Yep. We live. What's up with y'all?
I'm not
I'm
happy
chilling.
with the thumbnail. The thumbnail should have a certain someone on it, but I guess it's fine that we just leaving out a certain someone from a Houston Rockets thumbnail.
Y'all best shooter, Dylan Brooks. Damn, I hate when I do stuff like that.
He probably should have been on the thumbnail too, to be honest. Should have had the whole starting five. But I'm just glad we finally get an episode after a 6-game winning streak. But the
Y'all
last
earned
couple of times we've had a team with a title was Boston. Said they were going to be undefeated for a while. They lost their next game. Then it was Golden State. They ended up losing 3 straight. So I feel like what you're trying to do is make my team start losing games. That's what I feel like is about to happen.
That's like the thumbnail curse, like the old Madden curse. It's the thumbnail
That's what
curse.
I think it is. That's what's happened the last 2 times we put a team in the thumbnail. The Timberwolves are like the one that broke the curse. So maybe we might continue that trend. But what I remember is us setting thumbnails and then those teams losing. So we might end up losing our game against the Clippers on Friday because of this. And then I'll blame you.
Ironically, with that being said, the Clippers are on a losing streak and you guys are on a winning streak. So things keep trending the way that they're trending. If James Harden keeps his mind still in Houston, who knows? He might give you guys one if he's thinking of other things in Houston. He'll probably see the Houston on the jersey and automatically go to certain places he shouldn't go. We'll see. We'll see.
Okay, we'll see. Yes, we will see. On Friday, we will see.
What's going on, Chill? How you living?
Living good, brother. Living good. Damo, that Dame is looking whack about a day, is he not?
Damn.
So great. So great when you're right. So great.
You said Dame?
Yes, Dame.
He played last night?
Yeah, against the Bulls.
Oh, my God. Ron, it's a good thing you missed it, Ron. Let's just say that. It's a good thing you missed it. It's not a bad thing that you missed it. It's a good thing you missed it. It was not a sight to see. It was not.
And I can't even say Caruso locked him up, so the game just had no benefit for me. It was just Dame did whatever he wanted, but Alex Caruso didn't even play, so I couldn't push any propaganda.
Because I was definitely down to do that, Mars. 100%. I was down to push the Alex Caruso propaganda that maybe he is the best on-ball defender in the game, but I couldn't even do that. And it's such a slippery slope too, Ron, because on the one hand, like the shots that Dame was shooting, when he makes those shots, he looks awesome. But when he misses those shots, he just looks terrible. They just look like horrific shots. And I'm thinking to myself, I mean, I've been paying attention to Dame for a long time. I've been a big-time Damian Lillard fan. But I got to give this Giannis thing a little bit more. I can't jump off the Dame train yet, Damo. I can't. I gotta give this.
Damn, Dame went 3 for 17.
Oh my God!
Why are you saying it like you surprised?
That's not a normal Dame thing.
Okay.
In other news, no Oxford ticket today, so it's gonna be a smooth show, y'all. We don't got to deal with nobody trying to scream and yell and fight over us and all that good stuff. We have a smooth, free-flowing show.
All right.
Nah, man, you know what's about to happen. They about to scream, "This is the most boring episode ever, bro." We're about to have actual conversations. Everybody get to talk. We get to be calm. Worst episode, no entertainment.
I can see Ox backstage not happy with what Ron just said, but that's just for my eyes.
Ox back there?
Nah,
okay. I thought it was just a figment of my imagination. But back to Dame, though. Back to Dame. This is you guys expect this from Dame?
Expect what?
Yes.
Sit. All right, I'm not talking to Damo. Chill and Mars. Seriously, is this what you do? You guys be surprised when Dame goes 3 for 17?
Last season he had 7 games below 30% from the field. So
7 of them.
And he played
7 out of what?
He played 58. So 1 in 7 games, basically, he's going below 30%. So every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks he's gonna have a game below 30%.
Yeah,
now you tell me if that's meant to be. Do we consider it a surprise if something happens every 2 weeks?
Every 2 weeks, yeah. I don't think
so. Twice a month he's going below 30%. We consider that a surprise.
I don't.
In 22, it was 6 times in 29 games, which is what, every 5 games.
Every week and a half. Almost every 5 games. Yes.
Interesting.
So let me ask.
It looks like poor dates to me, Damo.
Hey man, crazy. Can I ask though, what is it about? Let me think. Because I'm trying to figure. Because it's not like I'm watching the most Bucks games. I ain't gonna lie. I usually do watch the Bucks. I'm not watching that much this year. I can call it hate if you want to. What is it about that offense that is just not allowing Dame to hit these shots that he usually hits? Because I'm looking and I didn't even realize he's shooting 27% from three and 37% from the field this season as a whole. So this isn't even like, oh, every 2 weeks he's playing bad. He's been shooting bad all season. He's probably had he probably had a good game or two in the 8 games he's played, but he's been shooting bad all season. So what is it? Is it the offense? Is it the teams letting him shoot 12 threes so he can try to make 9? What is it?
Well, that's what I'm wondering, Damo. Can you help me with some math real quick, brother? If you're shooting 27% from the 3-point line, how many threes do you got to shoot to make? What do you say? 9 or 12?
9 threes.
9. How many do you got to shoot to make 9?
Well, right now he's shooting 8 a game and he's only making 2.
Yeah,
30, around 34. Oh, that's it. Oh, that's it.
But is it an offense thing? Is it he has to get used to the rims in Milwaukee? Is he getting different defensive looks? I know a couple years ago when they threw double teams at him, he folded. He ain't never seen a double team before at that point in his basketball career, which was wild to me. So what was it? What is it that's going on in Milwaukee that's preventing him to get in his rhythm? Can somebody let me know? Because I thought Giannis gave him reign to be himself. Giannis said it's your team. Play how you play. And from my understanding, he loved to pull the ball from 3. So what's the difference now?
Well, the difference is that he also playing with another dominant ball handler. So as a scorer, you're in rhythm when you have the ball the majority of the time. He doesn't have the ball as much as he had it in Portland. So Giannis is taking the ball off the glass. Giannis is going with it. Now, Dame, it's not a get in where you fit in. It's just an adjustment to have to understand when I don't have the ball in my hand, I got to do other stuff to get myself going. And the shots that Dame takes, like for example, last night, him taking threes off screens. Well, if I don't touch the ball for 2 trips because Giannis has it in transition, if I don't touch it for 3 trips because Giannis has scored, I'm kind of thrown off rhythm there. As opposed to when he was in Portland, he had the ball almost every possession. And not only did he have the ball almost every possession, he was controlling the offense. That's not going on in Milwaukee. Because that's not going on in Milwaukee, I think that's kind of thrown up his rhythm. Add that to the fact, Damo, that I saw him in the Olympics, and I saw him playing with other great players. He didn't look great. When Dame plays with good players, it enhances his game. But when he plays with somebody on that level, I think it's a little bit different. I watched him in the Olympics, and he didn't look great.
You could add a little bit of context to this too, and I don't know how much this matters. Keep in mind, Dame didn't go to a big-time college. He spent 4 years at Weber State where he was the man and was asked to do everything. So maybe he's just been used to that his whole career. I know he played with LaMarcus Aldridge a little bit, but even after that, for the most part, it's been just Dame's squad. And even with LaMarcus, he was asked to have the ball in his hand a lot, shoot a lot. From day one, he had the ball in his hand. From day one, he was getting up a lot of shots and was a second option. So that possibly could be the case. Still not an excuse. You still got to shoot better than 3 for 17. I don't care who I don't care if you're playing with the Monstars. Which is
a fair assessment, Ron. But when you got guys who have traditionally played at small schools and come into the NBA, they didn't play with big time players and had the ball in their hands, and not necessarily had the ball in their hands, whatever their role was, didn't play at big time schools and came to the NBA, and it actually translated. The idea of Dame coming to the NBA because he played at a small school and had the ball in his hands, I could get with that logic, Ron, if this was year 2 and we're still in the adjustment phase. Ron, we're in year 12. We know who this dude is. So because we know who he is and we know what kind of player he is, now we having an adjustment period where this dude has to. It's not like he hasn't played in the Olympics. It's not like he hasn't played on all-star teams. So he knows what it's like to play with other big-time players. So it's not like this is the first time Damian Lillard has ever been in the same uniform with another big-time player. Yes, I do count all-star games because there was a time when the all-star game did matter and guys did play. Same thing with the Olympics. So he has played with other big-time players. The idea is because he doesn't have the ball as much, I think his rhythm is off, and I think it's an adjustment for him and Dame. I mean, for him and Giannis. This is a 2-3 year window for me, Damo, because I look at the Milwaukee Bucks and Dame in particular with his age at 33 years old. I think Dame plays at this level for another 2 to 3 years tops, and within the next 2 to 3 years, I think they have to win it. Otherwise, this thing is a failure. That's why they got him.
I feel like, man, honestly, that's so unfair to Dame. I feel like the expectations people have on Dame is just unfair to him as a basketball player because just like with Anthony Davis, I'm not going to lie, just like with Anthony Davis, y'all just want him to be a guy that he's not for so long. This man, Dame has been like in these conversations with Steph and Kyrie and these guys who are, dogs. And it's not fair to him when in reality, he might just be on the same level as Kemba Walker.
No. He really thought he was going to not hate on Dame with that statement.
I was sold.
He said it was unfair on Dame. He's going to hate.
Kemba Walker was a guy that was by himself. He stayed in college for 4 years. Now, it wasn't a small school. It was a big school. It was a relative, especially a big basketball school. Won a championship. Ball in his hand was dominant. Came to the league straight out the gate. He might have to play with Al Jefferson, but he had the ball in his hand straight out the gate and had the hoop. He did his thing, made a couple All-Stars. I think he might have made an All-NBA team or two in his time, maybe. But, hey, man, Kemba was a baller. And then when you put him around anybody else, he just ain't the same Kemba no more. And listen, it's early in the season. He ain't even played 10 games yet for the Bucks. So this can all be subject to change. Or this might be like OG said, this might be who he is. You put him around talent, and he turns into Kemba Walker.
All right, can we?
Yo, wait a second though. I refuse to sit here and listen to you disrespect cardiac Kemba. All right, it's the injuries did that brother in.
I'll refuse to sit here and let you guys diss Dame Dollar.
Well, look,
that's Damian Dollar to you.
I'm getting to that though, Ron, because I don't want to sound like, what I'm saying, I'm only showing certain people love, because once again, like I was saying yesterday, and I've been saying, like, the season just started. You know what I'm saying? The season just started, and I know I've been making fun of Dame and just saying little stuff because he made that crazy statement about the making 12 or 9 threes, whatever he said. That was wild, but I'm still been saying like the Bucks are gonna be a top 4, top 3 team in the East. I'm still very well aware of that. I just don't think that they're gonna, get the complete job done. And I think they still got some growing pains they got to get over, just like a lot of the other teams that were put together this offseason. So, in all fairness, you know what I'm saying, the season is still young. I'm pretty sure they'll get something together, especially if Coach Griffin is a worthy coach, which some people have said he's not, but we'll see.
He's on terrace watch early.
Why is he on terrace watch? Because Dame had another what you call it?
Hey, I mean,
man,
when AD has bad games, sometimes that falls on Darvin Ham. All I'm saying is early in the season,
I don't subscribe to that way of thinking.
I'm subscribed. I'm locked in. I'm actually getting notifications.
Right.
Dame has bad games.
I don't subscribe to the way of thinking that if you're a 7-8 rookie, when you were the number 1 pick and you're supposed to be the GOAT and you don't post up, I'm not blaming Greg Popovich for that. If Anthony Davis isn't 40 and 25 every single night, I'm not blaming Darvin Ham for that. If Dame comes out and has a tour date, I'm not blaming Coach Griffin for that. I'm not subscribing to that way of thinking.
You know what I'm subscribing to, though? Just the overall picture of things. The Milwaukee Bucks, 2 top 10 players in the NBA, good defense, good offense. All right, 2 top 15 players in the NBA. On average, it balances out to about
2 top 20 players better than Dame. Name them.
Name who? Name what?
Not playing right now.
No, I think he's top
right now.
But you could definitely make the argument that he's not. Depends on how you value something.
As of right now, 10 games into the season, I can name you
Oh,
about
well,
25
no, then you're
players.
gonna start
better.
saying Tyrese Maxey.
What's crazy
Yeah.
than that is the good defense, Ron. What are you talking about? Where's the
There you go.
defense?
The Bucks have a good
Drew's
defense.
in Boston. Drew's in Boston.
The Bucks have a good
Grayson,
defense.
Drew's in Boston.
You guys see this
Grayson-
is
That
Grayson is
24
in
what we're doing right
defense
now.
ain't looking very
Drew's
good.
in
I don't know
Boston.
what to say.
Grayson is in Phoenix. They went from a top, like I told you, they went from a top 5 guard
Defense.
defender to a top 5 chucker. Now, when I made that statement, I caught a lot of slack for it. Where you go, Ron? Because when I made that statement, I caught a lot of slack for it. But now it's clear as day. It's clear as day.
Hey, I said clear as dame's crazy. I said good defense, not great defense, not elite defense, not top 3 defense in the NBA. I said good defense. They still got a solid
25th
defense.
Yeah, 25th ranked defense.
Well,
I agree with you though. I agree with you, Ox. The Bucks definitely are going to end up in the season as a top 3-4 seed because they still have actual championship level players on that team. They have guys that actually play meaningful basketball, so they know how to, win. It's just trying to get over the hurdle or the hump, playing with a loser. I mean, hey, everybody has to adjust with it. When Russ came to the Lakers, they had to adjust playing with a loser. It was kind of strugglish. When James Harden went anywhere playing with guys that have won, they had to adjust playing with a loser. It happens. This is a real thing. There is very rare for losers to go to a winning situation and it just pans out immediately. Even with LeBron. LeBron was a loser. He went to the Heat with Dwayne Wade, who knew how to win, and it was an adjustment period. So guys got to learn how to be winners.
Yeah. It happens. It does happen.
real thing.
I'm not buying the Kemba Walker logic. I don't think those two players are in comparison. He is better than Kemba Walker, and I don't think it's a question. The fact that you even brought up Kemba Walker, he is clearly better than Kemba Walker. No question about that. He got a better pull-up game than Kemba Walker. He a better one-on-one player than Kemba Walker. He a better scorer than Kemba Walker. He better in the clutch than Kemba Walker. He better in the mid-range than Kemba Walker. He got a better long ball than Kemba Walker. He a better transition player than Kemba Walker. I could keep going.
All I hear, hey, chill. All I hear is you comparing a 6 to a 4.
Actually, I'm comparing a 7 to
Please don't call Cardiac no 4 again, but I can't go for this. I can't go for this, man.
And I've seen him. Mars has not convinced me, but Mars has me thinking about what happens to Damian Lillard after the first round of the playoffs. And then I started doing my homework, and I'm thinking to myself, what happens to Damian Lillard after round 1? Why isn't he as efficient? Well, I'm not efficient. Why isn't he as productive? Because the defense gets better. I respect the fact that the defense gets better. The teams get better. So you got to raise your game. 100% you have to raise your game. And in some aspects, he did raise his game. He might not have raised his game consistently because he's had some bad games. But for the most part, moving forward, he wasn't completely terrible moving forward. I don't think he was awful moving forward. I just don't think he was as good in round 1. He still was good in the semifinals. He just wasn't good as in round 1. I think that's largely due to the defense being better. But when you play against better players, that's what happens.
Yeah, well, we'll see how the Bucks continue to trend up. I have high hopes for them. I think, I like to play the law of averages, or whatever they call it. So I expect things to balance out. But what I do want to talk about, the Bucks did beat the Bulls last night. But bringing that up to say that I want to talk about the Bulls. Zach LaVine had a bad game too. He shot 5 for 19, had 20. Nikola Vucevic had 26 and 12. DeMar DeRozan only 11. How are we feeling about the Bulls? Alex Caruso didn't play last night due to injury and illness. But how are we feeling about the Bulls right now?
Yo, the Bulls is that chick that we keep talking about. I'm so sick of talking about the Bulls. I swear. I just am. I wish I could say that I get excited talking about the Bulls. They got wrecked by Lonzo going down. And now they're this team that's just trying to figure out, and they piecing it together with things that just aren't working. For example, DeMar DeRozan being a primary ball handler. No, that's not going to work. We've seen how that worked. It's not going to work. Zach LaVine being a primary ball handler. When he's a scorer, there's a difference between being a primary ball handler and a scorer. A primary ball handler does other things besides score to help his team be effective. Zach LaVine is a bucket getter who doesn't really defend at a high level, which would explain why he got benched last year. not just because he wasn't making shots. One thing I found out, especially at the pro level, if you're not scoring, but you can defend, you will be on the floor. But if you're not scoring and you don't defend, you're kind of useless because you don't do anything else. You don't pass, you don't rebound, you don't play make for other people. You're just buckets. And a guy like Zach LaVine, same thing with DeMar DeRozan, 2 primary ball handlers who don't really do anything else besides score. That doesn't help the Bulls. Alex Caruso, I'm outside with the sign in front of the United Center with the free Alex Caruso signs because I think he's wasting away in Chicago. I think he could suit somebody else so much better. I'm not going to say the Lakers, no, because the Lakers are the rich getting richer. I'm thinking about other teams that need a guard defensively, like Orlando. He could help them. I think the Bucks, absolutely. He could help them, but I'm not going to say, you know what I'm not going to do, Damo? I'm not going to give you the chick back that you let walk out the front door. No, I'm not doing that. That was your fault. Okay. You let her walk out the front door. You knew what she was. I'm not going to give her back to you. I'm not doing that. No, absolutely not.
Don't blame me
no.
for the mistakes of Rob Pelinka. That is not I didn't do that. The Laker media cartel didn't vote for that option to happen. We didn't vote for that. We were just as confused as the rest of y'all when we found out Alex Caruso was willing to take less money, and they still was like, "Nah, go ahead and walk." We was just as hurt. I'm still hurt. I need redemption. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm still hurt by it. That makes no sense.
Why did we break up? What happened?
I do like him on the Magic though. Caruso do need to be freed. It makes no sense for him to have to waste his talents away playing with the Bulls. I'm not gonna hold you. I knew the Bulls would suck. They've always sucked. At least they've sucked my whole life until they got Derrick Rose. My whole life. They got Derrick Rose. They were kind of cool, but then that Chicago water got in them. I don't know if I told y'all the theory, but yo, it's something that water in Chicago. Yo, I don't know what it is, bro. People from Chicago got bad legs, ankles, knees, and then when you go there, you end up getting bad legs, ankles, and knees. It's kind of wild. But yeah, he shouldn't be wasting his time over there. He needs to be freed. I think DeMar can waste away there. That's fine. Zach LaVine should be freed. I will say. Zach can be freed. Big Vooch can stay. No one wants Big Vooch no more. He should stay there. And I think Pat Will. What is the verdict on Pat Will? Are people still believing on Pat Will? Do people still believe in Pat Will?
A jump
Still not
I
sure.
thought was gonna happen, but it just hasn't happened. I know he had that season he missed because of injury, so it might have slowed down the timeline. But I believed in the Patrick Williams jump. I saw the people talking about Kawhi Leonard. I didn't see that, but I saw the offensive jump, and it just hasn't happened. I don't know if it's ever gonna happen. I'm starting to lose faith, but I think the start he's had to this season is so bad. He's, like Ron said, law of averages. He's gonna end up going on a stretch where he's playing pretty good, and then everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, Patrick Williams jump." I think he's just gonna end up being a role player at this point. Nothing wrong with that, but I think.
What about Kobe White though, Mars? What about Kobe? What's up with him? I thought Kobe was gonna be a good point guard one day in the league.
Yeah, I don't know who told you that.
Yeah, I never saw that. In Kobe White.
I'm a Carolina guy. I knew he had a very, very low ceiling, and his floor was his floor. And then I
wasn't really much of a believer in Kobe White personally. But
so according to you, Domino, Zach and Alex, they can get parole, but
they deserve justice.
Not parole, Ox. Like rip the charges up. Charges drop.
Let them walk. They free. Give them their papers. Let them release them to the free. Let them be free. They don't even do no parole. They're just free men. They did their time. They suffered enough. The Frozen, leave him. Unless he wants to go play for the Clippers, like leave him. Who's gonna be like a useful team for DeMar DeRozan to go and like contend? Give me the team.
You know what? Let me think on that. I'm not gonna rush to it. Let me think on it. I'll let you know by the end of the episode. Let me think.
This shouldn't take that long, Ryan.
Give me a contender that DeMar DeRozan goes to and is an immediate help or puts them over the edge. What team? That's a contender.
Well,
or even a young team.
I told Ron it don't take the whole episode, but you got to give me a couple minutes. Though.
Oh, okay, all right.
Hey, with that being said,
wait, what about OKC?
No.
What?
No way.
Okay.
No.
And who's
Okay,
playing?
okay.
Who's playing less? Let me ask. Who's playing less if he goes to OKC? Because you gonna take out J Dub?
Dort.
You gonna bench Lou Dort for
You don't gotta
DeMar
bench
DeRozan?
him. You don't gotta bench him. And I'm just throwing names out there. I'm just throwing teams out there. I didn't think it all the way through. I'm just throwing names out there.
Man,
And you know what? I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real.
No.
No,
No,
Oh,
you don't
dang.
want him. You don't want him. You don't want him.
we wouldn't be mad at DeMar DeRozan to come play a couple minutes with us, man. We having slumps, letdowns. You know what I'm saying? We could use a vet.
Couple minutes
I
means
just
what?
use a vet.
Literally
How
a
many
couple
minutes?
minutes? Literally, like 2 minutes?
Nah, maybe like 15.
And you know DeMar DeRozan is still a starter in the NBA, which means he thinks he's going to play starter minutes. So to get on your
Well,
crew,
see, that's where you're having a problem.
Okay,
Wait,
Where's
why
the
is DeRozan that bad? Can you
Well,
Where's
listen,
the
the first team I was going to say was Denver. Come off the bench and play Bruce Brown's role from last year. You know what I'm saying?
But he's
that
not.
was the first.
So you
That was
want
the
him to
first
come
one.
off the bench and play defense?
He still plays defense.
Still.
I'm about to say, when did he start?
DeMar played D. Y'all doing him just because Brian used to terrorize.
This has nothing to do with the
That's
Cavs.
not
I didn't even
LeBron
really
James.
hold the Cavs series against DeMar like that.
Right.
Everything else is what
I'm not saying he's
I think
home.
DeMar
I'm not saying
DeRozan
he's home.
is an efficient defender.
pretty close.
Efficient.
Pretty close to what Cole y'all.
in the mid range.
Allen
Right.
Iverson's defense is not moving anyone. That's why I don't want. That's why I wouldn't take him in Houston.
So we gonna put DeMar
I don't
DeRozan
think
on the
Houston
Denver
needs him.
Nuggets. Put him on the Denver Nuggets to take middies. I guess.
I mean,
Small
they
middies, bro.
give KCP middies. So
Yes. And I'd rather
KCP actually,
KCP
KCP
take the middies, man. He's earned the middies.
Yes, he
You want DeMar to go. You want
taking middies?
You want DeMar DeRozan to go to a championship level team with and just take middies without earning it? Like at least KCP put the work in on the defense to earn those shots. Like you reward, y'all know this rule of basketball: reward the defense, reward the defender. So KCP will get some stops, and it will justify him taking a midi. But I'm not about to put a guy like DeMar DeRozan in the position of a Bruce Brown, where Bruce Brown was coming off the bench or starting any given night to play tremendous defense and earn shots. For him just to go out there and look like he playing defense to shoot shots, no, I don't think that works for them.
So Denver,
What about Atlanta?
That's a contender,
no.
I guess.
Oh, they
I
got
mean,
the
no.
contenders.
Atlanta-
I said a bunch of things that aren't contenders.
Well, no. My first point was because when we were talking about freeing guys like Zach LaVine and Alex Caruso, it was freedom to teams that were like Chill said, contending teams that were looking to contend, things like that. So that's cool. People were saying Zach LaVine to the Heat, even though I don't believe that, but still, Zach LaVine will still be seen as a guy that a contending team will want to help them. And my question was, what contending team is DeMar DeRozan helping? And even if we want to remove the contending team role, give me a young team that's on the edge and they need that guy to boost them. Like OKC. OKC was a good try, but I just don't see it working.
Out of 30 teams, he can't help.
Yeah, I got 5 teams for DeRozan. I got 5.
Let me hear it.
Hit him with it. Ryan.
So my first team, Mars just mentioned. I don't think he really hurts Philly all that much.
Fair.
I don't know if he so much makes them better, but he doesn't James Harden them. They don't just look night and day with if you put him on that roster, they don't just look worse than what they are right now.
Now let me ask: is this guy coming? Or all these situations he's coming off the bench, or is he starting?
I would have him starting in Philly. He's better than Nick Batum. He's better than Nick Batum.
Who does Chicago get too? We got to remember that he got to be traded for somebody.
Yeah, if we doing all of that, I'm just talking about just dropping him on the teams right now. Let's not talk about subtraction. Let's just talk about addition. if we do that, it's going to dampen the whole situation.
Back to the Bulls.
Yeah,
Get Pat Bev gonna start hooping in Timbs and tormenting people on the streets.
Send Pat Bev back home. That'd be great for him.
So Damo, you don't like Denver, okay?
No.
How you feel about Dallas?
I mean, they're starting to look so good. I'm
gonna take that as a no. That's what I'm gonna take that as. I'm gonna take that as a no. How you feel about Minnesota?
Jaden McDaniels spot.
I'm about to say I don't.
No, keep going. Not Jaden McDaniels. No. Mike, hold on, wait, chill. Mike Conley spot.
No.
So he's the playmaker.
No. I mean, Hey,
No.
it's other teams that are running point guard by committee.
The Timberwolves. Now we just.
I just want to. I know you're throwing stuff out there, Ron. I just want to put it on your mind real quick, Ron. Just so you know, against Minnesota, when they played against Golden State, Mike Conley had 4 turnovers. Just so you know, that was the first game of the season that he had any. He hadn't had any turnovers. Now you want to take the ball out of his hands, get him off the crew, and you want to get a ball to DeMar DeRozan. That's what you want to do.
Well, really give it to Ant, but
no. Okay,
we good
make
on
Ant
that.
the point guard.
So we straight on that. How you like Houston?
No.
We good.
Okay, so we're gonna pass on Houston. How about OKC?
Nah, I don't like it.
Because just so you know, if it's OKC for DeMar DeRozan, you're gonna have to hand over some of them kids. That's what you're gonna have to hand over. And I'm gonna need some of those picks too, by the way. I'm not just handing over DeMar DeRozan. Yeah.
Oh my God. So yeah, definitely no.
You have to hand over some of them kids, and you're gonna have to hand over some of them picks. How about Sacramento? Well, Bob just told me that DeMar DeRozan is good in a rotation role. Like Kawhi Leonard is like 15, 20 minutes. Okay, we're not doing that, right? How about the Warriors?
They do need some scoring.
I do like him on Golden State. I will say that. I do like him on Golden State. And I was going to say, someone in chat gave a good idea, and I wasn't too mad at it. Someone said Indiana. I don't mind him on Indiana playing next to Reese. So, I mean, those are two teams.
Taking Bruce Brown's role? Taking Bruce Brown's role?
No. Not that. Whatever Buddy Hield minutes is, subtract a little bit from Buddy Hield, if anything. But no.
I got 2 for y'all though. I got 2. Well, I want y'all to hear me out with these 2. The first one I got is, well, this team needs a 3, and the guys that they have there are either non-shooters or fake shooters.
You about to say the Cavs?
Yes, I'm about to say the Cavs. I think I don't think he's an upgrade. He's definitely an upgrade over Max Strus, Isaac Okoro. What do you think about that?
I will call up Amani Bates and sign him for the rest of the season before I bring over DeMar DeRozan.
You guys really think, Damo? You really don't think he'll be all right?
I will call. Amani Bates will have to not pan out before I give the inkling of a thought of getting DeMar DeRozan on the Cavs. I'm gonna have to try to really go through all my options on that team before I say DeMar.
If I'm the Cavs and they're like, "Yo, we want Isaac Okoro." Okoro, Max Strus, and a pick. I'm doing that.
That's fine.
The Cavs are going to need Max's shooting one day. I'm trying to tell you, I don't sleep on Max. But real quick, I don't want to change the subject. I definitely want to stay on this. I just want to ask for clarification. Since we brought up the Cavaliers, are we going to talk about the return of the MVP?
We're going to get
to the next episode. I'll put you on the thumbnail.
So Damo, how about the Lakers?
Huh?
How about the Lakers?
Relax, Damo. Breathe.
So we won't even have that conversation. How about Phoenix?
I mean, with their injuries, they need whatever they can get at this point. So I would say, yeah. I mean,
so you gave me one team in the Western Conference. That's Golden State. That you are interested.
And Phoenix. Golden State and Phoenix.
Okay, so Golden State and Phoenix. So that's 2 teams that you didn't say yes. We can have a conversation about it. And in the East, you gave me Philly and you gave me Indiana. Those are the 2 teams.
That's 4 teams.
I got 2 more for you though that I want to run by. 2 more.
Okay.
One in the East, one in the West. I'm going to start with the team in the East. Now, I said the Cavs. I believe that'd be a good fit. I'm going to say this one. Yeah, I might go crazy, but I don't think it'd be too bad. DeMar DeRozan on the New York Knicks. Now, hear me out. Hear me out. I know they got one guy that's a potential offensive terrorist. Jalen Brunson can at times be an offensive terrorist, but I think he's that other option that they can rely on when they need a bucket. I would much rather.
Who's better, Ron? DeMar or RJ? Who's better?
RJ hooping this season.
Overall, I would probably say RJ just because of both ends of the floor, youth, and all of that. If I need a bucket I said the playoffs, but if I just need a bucket, I would much rather rely on DeMar DeRozan to give me one than RJ Barrett.
No way.
I'm taking RJ over DeRozan, but a team in the East that I don't think no one said, and I'm seeing some people in the chat talk about it, and the more I think about it, the more I'm okay with it. DeMar to Miami?
Why
Would he
haven't
not?
we said Miami?
Yeah, no one said Miami. I'm okay with him going to Miami. Miami might be, in terms of the teams we said, that might be one of the better options.
No,
No,
thank you. We asking for Caruso instead of DeMar DeRozan. We don't want.
yeah.
And by the way, Caruso, they said if Caruso becomes available, Miami would be the top suitor for him.
Oh man, Houston could take him.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised. I'm surprised what Mars talked about. Why Milwaukee isn't on the telephone? They would hand him over. I think you can swindle the Bulls into giving Caruso up to the Milwaukee Bucks. I think you can swindle them into doing that. I really feel like that. Even though it's a division rival, one, he's cheap. You're not going to pay him. Y'all basically starting over because y'all not making the playoffs again. Think Billy Donovan's going to get canned. So see what you can get. This isn't a situation in Milwaukee where you actually contending against them. They're clearly better than you. And it's not a question. So if you could get a first round pick for Caruso, if you could get 2 twos for Caruso, see what you could get for him. I think that if they called up Milwaukee, how about you give me some of those kids? Beauchamp, is that his name?
Mm-hmm.
How about you give me one of those kids in the first rounder for Caruso? I think that deal happens.
Personally, I'm not against Caruso going to the Bucks. It's just other teams I would much rather see him play on, or he'll be more fun on. As in, I would like him on the Timberwolves. I think if they finally get him
defense of all time, that's what you're trying to.
Wouldn't that not be fun to watch? Caruso on the Timberwolves would be great. I'm with Mars. Caruso down there in Houston would be great. Hell, Caruso in Dallas would be great. Hell, Caruso on the Spurs, basically Caruso in Texas would be great. Any of the Texas teams, I would like him on there.
He's from Texas.
I like.
Went to Texas A&M. I'm pretty sure he is.
I think he's from Texas.
Send him home, man. What are we talking about? Bring him home.
That'll be great. I do like him in Miami more than Milwaukee. Personally, I like him down there. And to keep it hot, man, send Caruso out there to Golden State, man. Send him to the Warriors.
Relax, Tomo.
Ooh.
Relax, bro.
I like him in Houston. Jock Landale for Alex Caruso. Fair trade.
All right, y'all. Well, let's keep it lit. On to the next game. Pascal Siakam had a hell of a game last night, and they made a hell of a comeback last night. If I'm not mistaken, the biggest comeback in the franchise history. They were down 19 at halftime. Came all the way storming back on Washington Wizards. Pascal Siakam had 39, 11, and 7, 3 steals. I was feeling about this.
The Wizards are going through it. That's the Wizards.
I think that's an understatement, Mars. I do. I think that's an understatement. I said before the season started, I think they're the worst team in the league, and I still stand on that logic. They were up 16 with 5 minutes left, and then Toronto goes on a 6. Toronto's one of the. I think Toronto is a mid offense at best, and they go on a 16-0 run to end the game and end up winning the game. When you're up 16 with 5.5 minutes left, you should win the game. And they didn't really get any kind of continuity. There was just one pass, one shot. And how you had me last year, Mars, with San Antonio, you're going to have a very difficult time getting me to watch the Washington Wizards this year. Very difficult. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Shout out to Jordon.
Yo, the five of us.
Wrong, by the way. I was 100%. I had him leading the league in scoring, and I was 100% wrong on it. No question about it.
That boy was going to be sorry over there.
I thought he was going to be something serious, and I was 100% wrong. Right here, wrong.
Hey, Chitchat, the five of us could give the Wizards a run for their money.
Honestly.
And I can't play. I can't play.
The Wizards scored 1 point in the final 7 minutes of the game. A Kyle Kuzma free throw.
Hey, Chitchat, with my needs, I got about 14 minutes in me. And we'll give the Wizards a run for their money.
I can't play a lick today.
Kyle Kuzma did have a good game, though. Went 14 for 25, had 34. 6 turnovers, though. But
yeah, until it was time to go down the stretch. Yeah, sure, I guess. Mm-hmm. Then he starts stepping out of bounds, can't throw inbound passes and stuff. So, I mean, I don't know. It seems to me they just purposely tanking at this point. There's no way they're just losing games like that.
For what, Mars? I don't think that's what we're getting twisted, Damo. There's a difference between tanking and just being trash. They not tanking. They suck. They actually came into the season with Kuzma, with Poole, with Trey Jones, with these guys. They actually thought they were going to win some games. Yo, we're going to compete in the East. No, you're not. You're going to be garbage. And on top of that, Mars, who are they tanking for? Who is available?
Ron Holland. Or Mattis. I forgot his last name. Mattis.
Bruce Aylis.
The Euro?
Big Bruce Aylis.
He's in the G League at night, yeah.
Man, he's on the neck right now, but that's probably who they're gonna be tanking for. Or Buddy playing in the NBL, the center, the big man. Alexi Sarr, I want to say. Alexi Sarr. Buddy, the big man's pretty nice. I mean, that'll probably be the guy to tank for if I was them. They got Bilal, they're paying Poole, they got Kuz. I would say the only thing they're missing now is a big to build around, so that might be somebody.
Damo, they don't got a tank to get a top 4 or 5 pick. They're gonna be high in the lottery regardless. They can play as hard as they want to, and they don't need the tank. No, I'm not saying they're not tanking. I'm just saying they don't need to. They fucking suck.
Ron, if there's any way you could play what I just sent you, and I'm not gonna lie, this video
is this Jordan Poole in the timeout?
Man, Mars know me so well, man. This is crazy.
Yo, that was hilarious.
Hey, y'all let me know if y'all can't hear this.
We can hear it. No, I don't think that's what he said. Yeah, I don't think that's what he said.
That's it.
That's been.
Hold on, read his lips though, Damo. He did say that.
No way.
He definitely said, "I got this."
He said, "I'm
good."
He definitely said the word relax.
Apple bungee.
It dead ass looked like he was like, "I'm good," but the caption said, "This my team. I got it." He said like 8 words.
I don't think he said that. I don't think he said that.
There's no way he said, "This is my team." He said like a whole sentence, and it was like, "I'm good." And listen, I'm not a professional. Well, I actually am a professional lip reader. He literally said, "I'm good" at the end. I don't know what he said before that, but that is an epitome of what I knew Jordan Poole was before he got there. And I allowed people like Ron and people like Ticket, who isn't here, I allowed them to convince me. And I allowed a couple preseason games to convince me that he wasn't just this guy. I allowed them to. I'm ashamed of myself for allowing y'all to actually swindle me into believing in a closed pool.
See, but Damo, the thing is, people saying like, "Oh, he thinks he's Steph." You know, Steph wouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? Steph wouldn't act like that. Like that's so far from professional. You know what I mean? Like you got people that's not playing. You got cats in street clothes tapping you like, "Bro, get in the huddle." You know what I'm saying? You got assistant coaches like, "Man, pay attention." Should have sat his ass down. Forget winning that game.
Shout out to Eugene, by the way, trying to get Jordan Poole to focus. Should be more than a 2-way contract, man. Give him a permanent deal. Yeah.
I want to know.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. I just want to know what did he have to talk to Ryan Rollins about so bad that he could not pay attention to
the good old days in Golden State.
That's hilarious, actually. They both were in Golden State together. That's crazy.
I wasn't high on Jordan Poole to begin with, so. But I'm not.
I was.
I ain't gonna lie,
I was high on him when he was in Golden State. I felt like they didn't have to rush Clay because the way he was playing, Clay was coming off that injury. Clay could have been eased back into the lineup, and I think that it kind of screwed him up. But then when that thing went down with him and Draymond, that kind of threw the whole unit off. And now they got to play a different way. The vibe on the crew is all different now. Now he ends up getting out of there. And we're looking at a guy who's trying to get back to what he was before Clay showed up. Because I think before Clay showed up, he was averaging something like 25 a game. Not 25, I'm sorry, it wasn't that much. He was averaging 20 plus off the bench. And then he was starting, and he was really productive. And the question was who is Bradley Beal? I'm sorry. Who is Jordan Poole in like 5 years? And I'm getting logic like, yo, he's Bradley Beal nice. You know, he's Donovan Mitchell nice. And I'm watching him and I'm thinking, is he that good? I'm not sure. But now he's in a situation where the shackles are off. Basically, the offense can run through you. We're not a very good team, and we are not seeing it. Is it because the system that he was in Golden State, or maybe he's just not maybe he just isn't as good as I think he is?
Sure, it's definitely the system.
I told you, Ron.
It's definitely the system. I do think he's having a transition period, but nonetheless, it's like, yo, when you have a chick at home that's washing your clothes, making your bed, making you food, packing your lunch on the road, she's doing everything for you. All you got to do is wake up and walk out the door. Things are peachy cream. When that goes away, yo, you don't know what to do. Like, I don't know how to cook. I barely know how to, do this. I don't even know how to put my shoes on. So now it's like life's bad now.
Which brings me to my next question to you guys. Why do guys get such a bad rap for playing in a system? Why is that a bad thing?
People like struggle. It's that simple. They want your life to be as difficult as possible. If you have a good system, what would you be without the system? If you have good teammates, what would you be without good teammates? They just want you to be in a worse situation so they can see you struggle and then blame you for not being successful when you struggle. I don't know what it is about people wanting people to have difficult situations, but it's an infatuation everyone seems to have. Like, it's always like your guy, Jason Tatum. Well, he got drafted to the Celtics. He got all this talent around him. Oh, what would he be like if he got drafted to a bad place? Like, why are you wishing these people to have worse situations? It doesn't make sense. But people just want other people to struggle. It's
some of the best players, Mars. Some of the best players, Damo, have played. They thrived in a system. Joe Montana thrived in the system in the West Coast offense. As good as Jordan was, how much better was he in the triangle? As good as Kobe Bryant was, how much better was he when the triangle showed up? I mean, what's wrong with being in a system? And I mean, how much better was Shaq when the system showed up?
Right? A lot of the guys, a lot of the people that complain about guys who are in a good system or in a good situation, if you notice, the guys they hype up aren't in that situation. So that's another thing. It's another form of bias. It's, oh man, you guys are hyping up Tatum, putting these conversations. Look what Luka's had to deal with. He's not as better than Luka. Luka got to do everything. And look how great Luka is. If you switch him, imagine how great yourselves would be with Luka, and imagine how bad the Mavs would be without with just Tatum. That's all it is. It's literally like super, super common. And I'm with Mars. They like struggle, and they hate the fact that the guy that they are bigging and the guy that they're upping is not in the system. People hated Steph Curry because Steph Curry was in a system that fitted him, had role players that fitted him, was able to get KD and just make his life easy. Right. Meanwhile, LeBron has to do LeBron things. So you hate on him. Dame has to do oh my, imagine if Dame had anybody other than just CJ, he'd be Steph too. It's just that dumb way of thinking, in my opinion.
And to dispel the logic, Mars, Jason Tatum was drafted into a great situation. So if I'm clear, Mars, in 2017 when he was drafted, Marcus Smart was in year 2. Jaylen Brown had just finished his rook season. Al Horford, were you raving about Jay Crowder at that time?
I don't think I've ever raved about Jay Crowder.
Okay, so and Gordon Hayward, who played one game. Okay, so we'll start there. Then you get Kyrie Irving coming in the next season. You get Kyrie Irving coming in the 17-18 season, who missed, I think, the last 18 games of the season and the entire playoffs. And then he played one more year after that. So in terms of all of this great talent that he was thrown into, is it fair to say that that's an exaggeration? And then it just so happens that the talent that they drafted, he was the best guy of that talent?
I mean, yeah, but they developed. He should have gone to Brooklyn, man. If Brooklyn ain't trade them picks, he should have been struggling in Brooklyn. That's what they want. They want him to just, it should have been Brooklyn. He should have been on the worst team in the league. That's what should have happened. But instead, he got drafted to a team that was in the conference finals the year before, replaced their franchise point guard with a new franchise point guard. It was like, well, look at what you got. You got lucky. So now we have to hate on you because you haven't won, but you got drafted to the best situation of all time. And imagine if there was other people in your situation, they'd be much more successful. I always find it weird. Like, I hear it a lot about James Harden and Mike D'Antoni, Steve Nash and Mike D'Antoni. I mean, less with Jordan and the triangle, but I hear it sometimes from one side of the argument that seems to hate on Jordan for having a system. It doesn't make sense. And I think people don't get enough credit for being able to fit into a system as well. I think being able
that's not easy.
Being able to conform and play within your role in the team without trying to dominate everything takes not only a level of skill, but a level of mental toughness and mental fortitude. Because if you think you're good enough, you might want to do everything. We've had this discussion on this platform about, well, down the stretch of games, listen, this has to go through me because I believe in myself more than everyone else. We've had that discussion literally a week ago. In order to play in a system, you have to leave that kind of to the side. Now, it might end up going through you, but it comes in the flow of the offense, flow of the system, and people are going to end up hating on you if you don't get the shot, you don't do what they wanted you to do. But that's part and parcel of the system. And I think people deserve to get credit for a system. I don't get why you take it away from them because not everyone can play in the system. And if you think they can, I think you're lying to yourself.
Well, Mars, I blame it on rap music. I blame it on hip hop music.
What?
I was going to blame it on video games, but I can see why you blame it on rap.
Where you going with this, Ox?
That right there, that's it. It was going right there. I blame it on hip hop music. You know, it's the same. It's the same. You know, basketball. But NBA, hip hop, it's all intertwined and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? You know how rappers. You know, a lot of rappers got to fake like they. You know, they got to fake like they came up rough in order to get some respect. Drake did it. You know, started from the bottom. Hell yeah, you know all that. You know.
I was blaming it on 2K my career, but I mean,
I'm not a drizzler. I'm not a drizzler. I just asked if that's what the Drake fans were called. I asked if Drake fans were called drizzler.
Yeah, I thought you was drizzling. My bad. My bad. Jumping to conclusions.
We've already established that Mars is 50, so we've already established that.
Oh my god,
that's not news. We've already established Mars is a Swiftie. So
now with you, Ox, I am blaming rap music. Rap music's so bad. Did y'all hear Andre 3000 is actually dropping an album? Like this month?
He's gonna get hated on too. People are gonna be like,
that's how bad rap music's been. If rap music's so bad that 3 Stacks gotta drop, he gotta really do some reevaluating of the craft. 3 Stacks don't ever drop a solo project. But yeah, no.
All right, y'all.
I lost that to Drizzler. I'm sorry.
We got super chats, fellas. So let's go ahead and do it right now. Yersta said it is simply a counter to accolade merchants.
No, he's talking about the system thing.
It's simply a counter to accolade merchants.
When he says, Jordan 6 and 0. Oh, well, he had the triangle, I guess, is what he's talking about.
Right. That's what it sounds like.
I think both arguments are dumb. I mean, fighting dumbness with dumbness. I mean, you can do that if you want. Probably not.
I'm an accolade merchant.
1000%.
Yes, I am. I am an accolade merchant. Whatever you want to, if that's what you call it, yes, I am 100% accolade merchant. I care about MVPs and all league performances and all defense, and I care about all that stuff. Hell yes, I do.
I only care about accolades when it benefits the person I have a bias towards. And I don't care about accolades when the person I'm not biased for.
I love that.
I am biased for.
No, I love the reason why I love that is because when I have the conversation with people, I wish that this kind of honesty was on display more. Because the first thing that I hear from people is, you know, this MVP or this all league defensive thing doesn't matter. Meanwhile, if your guy was a 3-time league MVP or a 2-time league MVP, it's the first thing you bring up. I'm sure of it. If your guy was a 10-time all-league performer, it's the first thing that you would bring up. Give me a break.
He just called all you guys hypocrites. That's tough.
Give me a break.
Can never be me.
A ton of
1000% they're hypocrites. They just don't get like accolades because their player don't have accolades.
That's it. That's all.
Me personally, I just don't like accolades because they mean nothing to me. But everyone else,
no, I'm not that person, sir. Hold on for a second. No, I'm not that person. Since you want to join the show, no, sir, I'm not that person. I'm the person that recognizes what accolades mean. And when you talk about being honest, you the biggest hypocrite up here. Because everything you say about me is actually you. Everything. When you talk about being biased, you are the epitome of bias. Everything. So I do my best not to even. I don't even address you by name, fam. I don't. Because you the crackhead telling me to get off crack. That's you. That's
Chill.
Tay, by the way,
Technically, you just
I
addressed
was
them by
saying that
name.
accolades mean nothing long before Low even came on Players' Choice. Just putting out that I had a whole argument on the original Wednesday and Sunday shows.
Yeah.
I don't know if you was here or not. I don't know how long you've been here. About why accolades don't matter. You can find a segment on this channel about why I've been
I'll go check
arguing.
it out.
Accolades
That
don't
was
mean
back
anything.
in the day, Mars.
Yeah, so I've been saying this since before Low said it. So once again, I don't know why I keep getting put in the bracket with Low.
I forgot.
Mars,
I forgot you pulled that take out your
Mars
your hoodie.
has
You put it out.
Mars has from since I've known him, Mars has not been a big fan of accolades, and I have. He and I have actually gone back and forth about this. Why I care about accolades, why he cares about better at basketball. Me and him have had this conversation 100%.
Yeah, I've been saying this. It's nothing.
This isn't news. No, it isn't.
Keeping it pushing, y'all. Hall of Fame Mike said PC character ranks. Number 1, Fed Up Damo. Number 2, hold on, 3 times ticket. Hold on. Number 3, I don't really read the chat, but ... chill. Number 4, Troll Mars. Number 5, Dictionary Bob. Number 6.
Oh, I dig actually Dictionary Bob. Let's put that out there.
Number 6, El Host Ron.
Because he actually schools me.
I'm not saying
Gotta
Dictionary
keep it-
Bob.
Gotta keep
Fire.
it on you.
Yeah.
Gotta keep it on you.
Dictionary Bob is necessary. Yes. Bring Dictionary Bob out.
Huncho sent through a super chat and said, Mars, as a humble Rockets fan, how would a Houston OKC playoff series go? And rest of the panel also answer this.
Houston in 4. What are we talking about?
So now back to reality, Mars. How would a Houston OKC series actually go?
That's a 7-game series, and I have no idea who's winning it. I'm not gonna lie, I can't.
I would just. I'm gonna be honest. I'll just be happy to be there at this point. I think, as unbiased as possible, I think our switching defense would cause some problems for them. I do think we would be a tough matchup because of how well we switch. Assuming we were to make the playoffs, I think Alperen Sengun would be a handful. Fred VanVleet would have the most playoff experience of anyone on the 2 rosters, unless I'm forgetting someone.
That's correct.
And hopefully Amen Thompson looks better by that time. But I think realistically, I think it would probably be a 5 or 6 game series and OKC would win. But I do think it would be a close series. Like not like some 5-game series are like, oh, it's easy. I think it would be like in any certain situation, it could have gone the other way. I think that's how it would be. And I think we do have the better coach, even though I do respect Mark Daigneault a lot. And I know a lot of us picked him for Coach of the Year, if I remember correctly when we did that episode. I was the only one who picked Ime Udoka. But
Mars, I want to get back. We're going to get back to that because I do want to talk about MA and Mark as well. But I want to ask everybody up here, what do you guys, to answer the super chat, what do you guys think the series would look like and how would it go?
I think it would be, I'm sorry.
I got OKC in 6 probably. Right, I think OKC in 6 sounds about right.
Thunder in 7.
It'll be a decent. It'll be a decent series. I would enjoy watching it.
Chill.
I'm thinking 5-6 games because I think more than anything, Shea, from the performance that he had last year in the play-in tournament where he got hurt, I think he would like to redeem himself. Jalen Williams, J-Dub, so that I think that's his name, J-Dub, coming into his own, and the way that they play in the half court, as good as the Rockets have been defensively, I just don't think that they would be enough. I don't think that would be enough. They don't have enough offensively to deal with OKC. I think it's a 5-6 game series tops.
I do want to say, before the season started, I would have had OKC in 3. After seeing what I'm seeing out of you guys, it'd be very competitive. Very competitive.
I don't know why people are surprised that we're not terrible. I know Doma was the only one who said 40 wins, and I was saying I hope for 35. I think 40 is optimistic. I still hope for 35. 40 would still be great for us. But especially like after the first game, I remember people overreacting, telling me Houston will be the worst team in the league again. Like, not only in preseason were we very good. We've shown flashes throughout the season that we are a competitive team. Now, are we going to win a bunch of games? I don't know. It might be like we might end up going like Detroit, where we're 2-9, and we're still very competitive in these games. I just like the progress that I'm seeing, and the young players we have all seem to be buying into the system. I'm seeing guys like Tyrese and Jabari Smith on the bench during crunch time. They still happy, they still celebrating, they still rooting for the team. There's no negative energy. Like anyone who was watching Houston last season, negative energy everywhere. No one was happy. Just everyone looking off the coach, don't care about what he's saying, don't care about anything that's going on in the game. It was negative energy. This season, everyone seems bought in, everyone seems happy, everyone seems to understand their role on the team. Things look good. Now, when we meet some adversity, I don't know how it's going to look. Maybe when we go on a road stretch, maybe we take 3-4 L's in a row, things might change. That's where we're really going to see how we deal with adversity, because adversity is definitely coming. We're not about to win every game for the rest of the season. That's going to be a sign to see how much we've developed. But things look very good right now, and I'm happy. And even if we don't make the playoffs, but we continue on this trajectory, it's a successful season, in my opinion. And that's what that really matters.
Back to what you had initially said, though, that we had Mark for Coach of the Year. How are we now feeling about Ime if this trend kind of continues?
Didn't we have Ime, like, in terms of the coach ranking? He was top 3, right? Was he not top 3 too?
I think, if I remember correctly, it was
definitely top 5.
Spo was number 1. Spo was number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2,
Curry was in there. Bickerstaff. I know I had Bickerstaff in there.
I know
I got you guys right here.
High.
Yeah, I was high on Bickerstaff.
Ime might have been number 2, or Nick Nurse. It might have been Spo, Nick Nurse, and Ime.
So I'm pulling it up right now. In the meantime, hello, Ticket.
What's up, Playboy?
Yeah.
What up, y'all?
Yeah.
What up?
What up?
I hear y'all in here chopping it up. That's what's up. There's some good talking here this morning.
I know Ime. I wouldn't be too surprised if Ime won it. I think he has a good case. Well, he'll have a good case.
Obviously, later on in the year, we'll come with, we'll update these rankings and, update our Coach of the Year list and whatnot. But as you can see, this is where we ranked all of our coaches 1 through 30. The blue lines are where, are the people that we ranked 1 through 3. Mark Daigneault first, Joe Mazzulla second, JB Bickerstaff was third.
That JB Bickerstaff aging like milk.
Man.
In the desert in Phoenix, Arizona.
In
the desert, Mars, in Phoenix, Arizona in July. That's what that's aging like. I can't believe it.
That's not going well at all.
Speaking of which, I guess this would be a perfect time to transition to JB Bickerstaff's team and what they did last night against Big Ox Bob's team, the Sacramento Kings.
I didn't know De'Aaron Fox was coming back that quick. Like I don't check.
I don't know where they sending these updates out about like when players are being reactivated. I've missed a ton of them, man. Like I'm just not catching when they're like this guy's being reactivated.
I think
maybe I'm not following right to it.
I think
it had to have been chill.
Yeah, I think he was a game.
I just saw him on the court and I was like, oh, De'Aaron Fox is here. Okay, nice.
He was a game.
I caught the game late. I saw him take like a shot at the end of the first quarter from like 30 feet. I was like, oh, that's De'Aaron Fox. Okay, didn't know he was playing.
Yeah, I think.
And then, he cooked the Cavs.
Yeah, out there looking like an MVP.
And Keegan Murray finally had a game that like maybe he can push on from here. Like he was hitting shots. I've been waiting for that. Kevin Huerter as well. I don't know. Everyone decided to start shooting against the Cavs, so maybe the Kings. And Malik Monk is better than Klay Thompson. He's better than Klay Thompson.
He is more effective than Klay Thompson right now.
So there's
Ox Fox plays bigger than what he is. That's
a lot bigger, yeah.
He plays a lot bigger than what he is. He
play like he's 6'6".
Yeah, he plays a lot bigger than what he is. He finishes around the rim like a big guy, right? Like a big guard. And what is he, like 6'1", something like that, 6'2"?
6'3". I think like 6'2", 6'3".
Okay, so he's that big. Yeah, but he plays like he's 6'6", 6'7". That's number one. I understand why Mike Brown screams on Keegan Murray and yanks him out the game when he doesn't shoot. Because he gives me the vibes that whenever he open, it's going in. He gives me that kind of vibe. Like, and that offense that they run too, they got this split action where they got a down screen, they got Sabonis on the right wing, they got Keegan Murray in the in the mid post, and they got a down screen, and they got they got Fox coming off a dribble handoff for a wide open shot, and it happens like that. I really like that kind of offense. I really like that kind of offense. What I didn't like was I didn't like Cleveland. I didn't like what I saw from Mobley offensively. I liked him around the rim. I did like him around the rim because he looks good around the rim. Him and Jared Allen, they still look like they're trying to figure out the two-man action. He threw one. I mean, Mobley threw one in the third row. He had Jared Allen right at the rim and threw it in the third row. And the same thing happened with Allen. He had him right at the rim and he threw it out of bounds. Mitchell gets them off rhythm a lot of times with his shot selection, kind of like what Trae Young does in Atlanta. He doesn't do it to that extent, but he does get them off balance sometimes. I don't like relying that much on Strus. And the reason why I don't like relying on him, because this dude makes me nuts not being able to make open shots. But that team...
You didn't like Max last night?
He made him last night, though.
Yeah, man, but it's what it is. It's a teaser, Mars. That's all it is. Because
1,000%.
It's a teaser. That's why I can't really appreciate it. Because if you can make 60% or 70% of your open looks, you should be able to do that on a Tuesday. If I'm open, knock down open shots. Keegan Murray just proved that. That's why Mike Brown is on him, because he'll make open shots. And I don't think he's a streaky shooter. I think he's a guy who can make open shots. I didn't like how Sacramento bullied them in the paint. I didn't like that.
That's to be expected when you got Domantas Sabonis still chill.
No, it's not. And the reason why it's not is because you got those two big guys who maybe I may have overestimated. Maybe I may have overestimated Evan Mobley in terms of his physicality, because he gets pushed around a lot, and I don't like it. As good as a defensive player as he is, I don't like the fact that he gets pushed around as much as he does.
He shouldn't be allowing Harrison Barnes to guard him.
No, there was one play. I'm glad you brought that up, Big Ox, because there was one play. It was on the right box. It was in the first half where he got the ball out to Mitchell, and instead of reposting, because he had Harrison Barnes on his back, instead of getting big and reposting and begging for the basketball, he just basically walked to the corner. I'm thinking, ask for the basketball again. That's where I think that's where that aggressiveness as an offensive player comes from, right? That's where that aggressiveness as an offensive player comes from. And I'm having a difficult time with him because I'm not sure that he's developing that. That's what I'm.
Well, there was another instance too. I think it was the second or third quarter where he got switched, or De'Aaron Fox got switched on to him on the block. Now, in Evan Mobley's credit, he was trying to post up, but he couldn't. Like De'Aaron was pushing him around, fronting him, doing, working hard to make sure that he couldn't get the ball. Because if Evan Mobley does catch the ball on the block with De'Aaron, I'm sure that's a bucket. Sure. But De'Aaron was being extra physical, bumping him, trying to get around him, trying to front him, making sure he couldn't get the ball. And Evan Mobley could not post up.
You watched the game last night?
Who?
You, Loax.
No, I didn't watch none of the game. I'm just talking. I'm taking a page out of your book.
I wasn't watching the game. I was with a couple thoughts out in Soho. You know what I'm saying? But you know what it is.
I'll for sure watch the game though. For sure.
Hey, Ox. November the 24th. Be ready.
What's that?
Get ready.
What happens on November 24th?
Get ready. Get ready, Ox.
Oh, you talking about when you get slaughtered?
Yeah, get ready. Get ready. And Lo, you running your mouth, Lo. I'm gonna deal with you, dog. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna deal with you, Lo, because you think you slick. So I'm gonna deal with you. Whenever Ron tell me I got a second to say something about you, I got something to say about you, Mr. Legend of Losing. So
I mean, Ticket, it's no better time than now.
Oh well, Legend of Losing decided he wanted to be a capper and make a video on his channel, Foot Behind the Line, or whatever the hell the name of his other channel is. And he wanted to be funny because he heard me on here talking about how, James Harden was the reason why the strippers was getting stripped down and losing. And so, Lo does what he always does, which is why he's easy to beat. He brings up analytics and numbers. But Lo didn't bring in the most important aspect of games, which is, chemistry, heart, and all those other things that you can't measure with analytics. So when you made your little video, Lo, and you was running your mouth, all that meant nothing. You saying that, it ain't James Harden's fault. the strippers are losing again. Look at the morale of the Philadelphia 76ers. Look at the other guys who stepped up and played big. Without this dude, they've turned into the best team in the NBA. And look at the strippers with him. They've turned into the worst team in the NBA. Guys are demoralized. Other guys on the team, they are not motivated more to do what they thought they were going to be there to do. So even if they weren't doing it at that level, you can have all the numbers in the world. But don't you notice that sometimes teams get beat on the boards and still win? Don't you know sometimes teams shoot bad low and still find ways to win? Don't you know, Lo, that all those little things you put up there with analytics and numbers, sometimes it don't matter? Because sometimes you can make more free throws. You can do all of this stuff, and you'll still lose the game sometimes, Lo. So you use analytics to make an assumption. You understand what I'm saying? You said Lo cooked me for my Wemby take. Was Lo talking about Wemby or Wendy's? Let me know which one he was talking about. You understand what I'm saying? Because Lo, he really don't want no smoke with me. I'm going over there too on Friday. I forgot to tell you, Ron. Since his little him and Damo's little minions want to run their mouth, I'm gonna put these little Negroes in a spot. So yes, I will be there on Friday night over on their little show, and I'm gonna smoke their ass like a blunt. All three of them.
Damo, you
all three of who?
Maybe might want
the fake ass dude who look like Mars. The other dude who looked like a low budget. What's the dude's name from ESPN that just got fired? Chilltown, Bomani Jones. Yeah, that nigga, a low budget Bomani Jones. And then obviously the legend of losing. Yeah, then the legend of losing since he won't run his mouth. So yeah, the fake Mars, the dusty ass Bomani Jones, and then the legend of losing. They can all three get it the same night. They won't. It ain't no thing to me, man. I do this shit in my sleep, dog.
If somebody has them brothers' numbers, send them a warning text.
Let them know what's up, man. Tell the fake Mars. Tell the fake Mars to pull up on here, Damo. Tell the fake Mars.
Bezos to pull up on here
by himself. Tell him to pull up on here by himself.
Hey man, he watches. Hey. Souls watches the show. Let him know. Let him know.
Your boy, tell him don't bring your tag team partner. Pull up on here by yourself. And we really gonna test your basketball knowledge, because it's cool when you sit behind that little computer screen, bringing up numbers and trying to analyze what somebody else say. When you gotta come on here and get in this lion's den over here, it ain't easy to do what these brothers over here do every single day. So yeah, the invitation is open. I will go over there because I go on the road all the time. So, but you tell him, because I'm talking about the dude the little fake Mars, that dude. Yeah, you tell him he pull up by himself and see what happens. I'm embarrassed, that boy.
B-Souls,
De'Aaron Fox got action at MVP.
B-Souls, Mars will probably have your back too. You'll be all right.
Talking about, he always talking about some me and Chilltown, talking about our takes. Man, listen, bro. All right, go ahead. Tell him I said pull up me by himself.
Don't do B-Souls like that.
I didn't even see it.
Man, that video got like 60,000 views in like 4 days. They talking about chill and tickets, takes, and all this other. They don't, but they Damo boys because they said. They didn't agree with something Damo said, and people what they said though, Chill. Yeah, but Damo, he cool, man. That's my boy. I said, oh, this Damo people. Oh,
Chill. Okay. That's not what they said. All right. We gonna at least be honest.
Damn, Damo, your cousins and stuff doing that in the background.
Chill. Damo was hating on Dame, and they said,
"Thank you." And they know how to
serious when he's trolling and hating.
Yeah, but they said, but Mars, they said this would have gave them away though. They was like, yeah, Damo, that's my boy. I said, huh?
Yeah, because it's the first time they seen Domo on one of the clips.
Damo, did you put them up to this?
It's Damo people. Okay.
No. Oh, well, it is Domo's people.
B-Souls watches play. B-Souls has been religiously watching Player's Choice since I've been on here. He's watched dang near. I'm not gonna say every episode, but he's watched dang near every episode. So Souls 100% because he probably edits while we're doing this because it's the first 3 hours in the day. He's probably editing. So he listens to the show. He's hurt. I'm pretty sure he's about to text me laughing because he heard you just call him out and say pull up. He watches the show.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something though. It threw me because they was good when they went to me, then they went to Chill, then they went to you. They was going on me and Chill. Then when they got to you, he was kind of holding back. I'm like, huh? I'm listening. Then at the end, he was like, man, Damo, that's my people. I'm like, oh, okay, Damo sent these things. All right, cool. Now let's get it then. Okay.
So you didn't even see the pod clip when they were talking about it. I mean, Sage literally said himself, they were looking through the Player's Choice clips, and majority of them have ticket in the clips. they said they had to tell the editor to go through and specifically find clips without tickets so they could talk about other people. So I'm just saying, I didn't watch the video.
They got chill up there though. They damn sure had chill up there.
Yeah, it's whatever clips PC puts out. So if PC is highly featuring you and Chill, I mean that's whose takes they gonna hear.
Nah, Ticket. Damo trying to get his boys off the hook. They singled you out.
Hey, Mar, I want to say something. Though,
the video is just about bad takes. That's why I wasn't on this.
Well, no, that's to all the people. Be quiet, Mars. That's to all the people. Mars, I really think that was you. I don't think that was a fake Mars. I think that was you disguised as that other boy. Matter of fact, Mars.
It could have been.
Do you got a mask on right now?
Possibly.
Yeah, because that other dude, I swear that he act just like you, dog. He sit over there. That boy act all high and mighty, Chilltown. You need to go check out that video, Chilltown. He like,
check it out.
Yeah, man, over there dogging my takes, man. Man, I got the best takes out here, bro. You understand what I'm saying?
It's crazy.
Yeah, you tell him I said, what's up, dog? That came up in my mentions down, but that's how I found them dudes. It just came up. I was like, huh? I seen my face in Chilltown on there. I'm like, huh? Oh, they trying to, all right, cool. That's what's up. Then when they said your name, they was cool with you. That's gonna be easy work, Damo. You better tell Damo. You better keep them boys away from me, though.
Hey man, I'm telling you,
don't
think shit sweet with Bezos, man. Listen,
when they come on here, they're not gonna be able to chop up, edit videos, study and break videos down. They're not gonna be able to do that shit that Mustard do on his channel, which is copy everything Low say. Mustard, I'm on your ass too. No homo. Pause. You try to copy everything Low do, Mustard. I be watching your style, bro. That man try to steal Low style, bro. You can't be Low, bro. Remember that, Mustard? I'll package your ass up too. You getting ready to get cooked by a nigga with a cock eye on Black Friday. So Mustard, like I said, bro, stop playing. If you want to learn a lesson, watch how I cook Bob. November the 24th.
Ticket, I know you might view Souls as an easy target, but hey man,
I don't view him as an easy target. No, he said
be careful what you wish for, gang, because that man Bezos. Listen, Bezos to the NBA, Bezos to the NBA YouTube community. Hold on, Bezos to the NBA YouTube community is like MF Doom to the rap community.
I'm gonna give him
a shot. You might not know much about him, but your favorite creator, that's their favorite creator.
I'm gonna give him a shot, Damo. I'm gonna tell you why. He said my name like Destiny's Child. I'm a Rockefeller his ass, nigga, period. And Chilltown, these dudes be thinking it's sweet. They be talking about you too. Don't y'all know it's hard to come up here and debate with Chilltown and them all the time? This ain't easy debating with Mars and Damo and these guys, man. I be seeing people in the chat room like, man, I don't know nothing about basketball, man. I cook them niggas, man. Well, come up. Come up. I'm just saying, it's not instigation, it's facts. I see it all the time. In all the comment sections, oh, Chill, oh, Ticket, oh, Mars, or this, that, the third. Man, come up, bro.
And not just throw a punch and run. I'm talking about stand in the middle of the ring and fight and stay here and do it like we do it every day. I ain't talking about one round. I ain't talking about 30 seconds in one round. No,
you guys love to debate.
Hey, I do want to point something out though, Ticket. Ever since you popped up, Henry ain't been in the chat no more.
Henry.
I'm just saying.
I'm not Henry. Come on. I'm not no Henry.
I'm just saying. Hey, hold on. I'm just saying, yo. I ain't never seen y'all in the same place at once, man. I ain't never seen y'all in the same place at once, Ticky.
Here's the funny part, right?
That's all I'm saying.
Are you saying what I think you're saying right now?
Yes, I am, man. I'm saying exactly what you think I'm saying.
Here's the funny part, Bob. Go to my channel, Bob. And if you go to my channel, Henry be on my channel talking shit to me during my streams. Like, yo, why you going soft on LeBron? I'm like, huh? I'm like, come on, dog. You're like, you ain't really criticizing LeBron hard no more. I'm like, bro, he's 39 years old. You can go look at my live chats. He be up in my chats all the time. So that's not me. I don't have no burner like that. If I'm gonna say something, I'm gonna say something direct. You know what I'm saying? Pure plus. I mean, you can always ask YouTube to check the location of whoever's doing it. You can always invest.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm not no FBI agent.
I don't roll like that, dog. You know what I'm saying?
All right, y'all. Well, let's get back to the Kings, though. I want to hear you guys' closing remarks on how you felt about this game and how you just feel about the Kings and De'Aaron Fox. Talk to me, fellas.
It's not just De'Aaron Fox, bro. It's not just De'Aaron Fox. Let's talk about Domantas Sabonis. Let's talk about Domantas Sabonis and the fact that he through 3 games straight. Well, last night he was 1 rebound away from a triple-double. The game against the OKC Thunder, he had that 17, 13, and 13. In the game before that, he was 1 assist away from a triple-double. Let's stop acting like Domantas Sabonis is just here for the ride. All right,
Well,
let's
he
cut that
has a
shit
losing
out.
record without De'Aaron Fox. That's why it's
I
hard.
don't care though. The whole team got a losing record without De'Aaron Fox.
No. I'm saying. So what I'm saying is that we agree
De'Aaron
with
Fox
a
is
lot
our
of
best
that.
player. He is an MVP candidate this year. He won't get it, of course. I'm not trying to say that. I know he's not going to get it, but he should be top 5 in voting this year.
Over
He
Luka?
is our best player. We go as De'Aaron goes, but let's not act like this. I just said he's not going to win it. I just said he should be a top 5. That's why and see Tiki. That's why you finna get your ass cooked
over
on
Tatum?
November 24th because you
top
don't
5,
listen.
so
Your comprehension skills are subpar,
you said
brother.
top 5, right, Chill?
He did say top 5.
Okay, so I'm saying over Luka, over Tatum, over Jokic. I'm asking you, those are 3 right there.
Top 5, that's 3. So what does that mean? He could be 4 or 5.
I'm not finished yet. Hold on, but I'm not finished yet. I just gave you 3 right there.
Okay.
So over those, so right now, is he over any of those 3?
Right now, because he missed five games, no.
No, but you say he's top 5. Okay, so is he over Steph Curry?
I'm talking about by the end of the season, Tiki, he should be a top.
Okay, well, I didn't know.
Top 5.
My bad. I thought you said
well,
something
I mean, see, my thing is, I'm not going to make conclusions on the season based on the first.
But you just said that. You just made a conclusion. That's
not a conclusion. That's a prediction based on what I've been seeing from De'Aaron Fox. And now, if you have been watching De'Aaron Fox in all the games he's played this season, and you don't think that he can make a run and be a top 5 vote in MVP race, I just don't know what you're watching. You could call me biased, call me what you want. I just don't know what you're watching.
I just don't see him over the top 5 guys that'll be voted. I don't see him over a guy like Giannis. I don't see him over Jokic. I don't see him over Embiid. And I damn sure
I don't see him over Jokic,
Embiid,
and Luka.
Embiid.
Jokic and Luka.
Embiid's got the best record in the league.
That's where the love stopped. No, you're right. You're right. He does have the best record in the league, and that means a lot. But I don't think he's going to have the best record in the league come the end of the season. So that's what I'm saying. Because if De'Aaron Fox doesn't get hurt and miss 5 games, I don't think we're 6th in the West right now. I believe we're probably number 2. So
let me ask Damo.
Why wasn't he in the league MVP vote? Why wasn't he there last year? I mean, Sacramento finished 3rd last year in the West.
You know what that is, Tiki. Chitchat, you know what that is.
He was in the top 5 last year, Mars.
Let's not be naive, y'all. We know why.
They finished 3rd last year.
Hold on, Mars. Who was in the top 5 last year MVP?
He made the All NBA team.
Jokic, Embiid, Giannis.
Not better than him.
I believe he was 7th. I believe he was 7th or something.
5th was 5th.
So, but he wasn't better than any of those guys.
I don't know who was 5th.
Why are we talking about last year? Let's stay focused on this year.
I'm saying, if we just be honest, like if we just talking about right now, Bob, I do think that he is the star that stirs the cup for the Sacramento Kings. I think he's what makes them go, and I'm glad that they didn't trade him. And they kept, because remember, they could have traded him or Halliburton. They got rid of Halliburton and kept him. So remember you remember that, Damo, whenever you glazing Tyrese Halliburton. But I want to say this though. So they got rid of him and kept Fox, and that was the best move, man.
And by the way,
I don't think
I said that was the best move, and I'm gonna say it again.
Yeah, but I don't think that Fox is over those top 5 guys, Bob. That's all I'm saying. I don't think he's not good. But when you talk about Tatum, Bob, I think it's a. You don't think it's a gap? You don't think it's a gap between him and Tatum, a gap between him and Embiid, a gap between him and Jokic, a gap between him and Luka? Isn't there a major gap between Luka?
No, there's not a major gap. There's not a major gap. No.
What? No. There's not a major gap between De'Aaron Fox and Luka Doncic?
With Luka, I think Luka's probably better than De'Aaron.
But you don't think it's a major gap between?
No, I don't think there's a major gap with De'Aaron Fox and anybody. No, I don't.
Does anybody agree with Bob?
I don't care who agree with me. I'm not here to convince nobody. I'm just here to tell y'all how I feel about basketball.
I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to figure out do everybody else do that?
I agree. I don't think there's a gap. There's not a major gap. There's like
hold on.
Definitely a tier below those.
Damo, you don't think it's a major? Damo, I'm gonna ask you a legitimate question. You and Mars, and chill. Y'all don't think it's a major gap between De'Aaron Fox and Jokic?
I think guys like I think there's a tier with the guys like Jokic, Steph, Luka, Tatum, Embiid. I think it's a tier with those guys, and the tier right below it. That's where De'Aaron Fox is. There's a gap. Yes. I think there's a major gap.
But Damo, I'm saying the individual player right now. I'm saying you don't think that there's a major gap between Jokic and De'Aaron Fox right now. I feel like it's a major gap between those two.
I think so. Ticket. When I say with Jokic, I'll give you that. No problem.
He's
Okay,
significantly.
I
have no problem.
Chill. Let's go to
I have no
Embiid.
problem with that.
Jokic is
But
significantly.
my thing is this.
Chill,
That's
let's go to Embiid,
Jokic. That's Jokic with everybody.
Let's go to Embiid right now, Chill Town. Let's go to Embiid right now.
We can move.
Yeah, I agree. That's why when you said I don't think a single
Hold on,
gap.
bro. Relax, man. We got an hour and a half.
I don't believe that, Bob. It's not a major gap with Jokic and everybody.
I do. I think Jokic is better than everybody.
No. I'm saying we talking about this season, like you said.
I'm talking about this season. Jokic is better than everybody. It's not really
There's a difference between being better than somebody and a major gap.
Major gap. I don't see a major gap between him and Embiid. I don't see a major gap between him and Tatum. Major. I see a gap, but I don't see a major gap like I see with De'Aaron Fox. I don't see a major gap between him and Luka. Matter of fact, I think between him and Luka is damn near probably the closest.
Oh, that's fine. I don't
Do you agree? Hold on, Mars. Do you agree with that? Because I know Dub agree with that.
For this season?
Right now, yeah, that's what we talking about.
Yeah, it's probably the closest thing.
Yeah, it can't be a major gap between him and Luka this year, bro. It can't be, bro. Because Luka might win MVP this year. While we talking.
Luka's on a different planet. It's like Jokic and Luka are both just on their separate planets together.
That's why I said Ron,
living their own just lives.
Ron, so do you agree with that too? That it's a major gap between Luka? Do all y'all agree with this, Dom on Mars? It's a major gap between Luka and De'Aaron Fox right now. And this
I think there's always been, to be honest. But.
Okay, thank you.
So when we play the Mavericks ticket, make sure you watch that game, bro. I'm not saying De'Aaron Fox. I never said De'Aaron Fox is better than Luka Doncic. I never heard me say that.
We didn't say that.
Just make sure you watch the game. That's all I'm saying.
Hold on.
Tell your thick ass shorties that you'll be late to Soho.
It's gonna be a major game.
Just watch the game, bro.
It's gonna be. Hey Bob, it's gonna be a major. It's gonna be a major game for Luka, and it's gonna tell. Listen, bro, and chill.
That's cool. That's cool. And all these tiers and everything that y'all like to do and rank players like this and that. My biggest thing when we ranking players, I like to see what happens when they play each other. I don't really care too much about that. Oh, he's good at this, he's that and that. When they get on that basketball court together, just watch the game.
Well, we watched it with him and Steph Curry, and he's still under Steph Curry.
They won the game, but if you are actually gonna sit here and tell me that Steph Curry just be sunning De'Aaron Fox, then you're not watching the damn game.
He did it on y'all's home court in Game 7. He gave you 50. Sun that nigga. But Ron, don't put this.
All right,
Ron, you're not putting him in the arena with Damo. You know it's gonna happen, Damo. It's gonna be a closed casket. They ain't gonna want to open the casket on this one, Damo. It's gonna be a closed casket.
Hey man, I said let's fight him for.
They're not gonna be able to see because listen, Steph Curry already dropped him off last year, gave him 50. Then came back and beat him again this year. Steph Curry, the only dude on that team that's been cooking, and he's hurt now, which is crazy. So he probably gonna miss some time. That's outrageous. But
okay, and then see my bad ticket because I just be getting upset when people keep talking about De'Aaron Fox signing to Steph's company. So y'all telling me that's a sign of respect.
Sign them. Damn.
I know y'all wouldn't understand that, but that's a sign of respect. Anyways, so if he because what's you know what? Never mind.
No, keep going, Big Ox.
Nah, it's cool.
No, keep going, Big Ox. No, keep going, Big Ox. Because
I refuse to argue with cats that just can't comprehend basic shit. You know what I'm saying?
I comprehend Steph Curry getting that nigga 50. He gave that nigga 50 when it was all in the wood in your house, nigga, and turn the beam off, nigga. Ain't no beam. Go look around. You where the beam at, nigga?
Did you watch the whole series?
What? Hold on, but look around.
Did you just watch Game 7? Did you just watch Game 7?
Where is the beam, nigga?
Did you watch Game 7?
Yeah, Steph Curry turned that.
That's the only game you watched, right?
Yeah. So no, I'm just saying to you. I watched the whole thing. I'm just saying to you. I seen your boy get stomped in the chest. The dude you be praising all the time, Sabonis, and do nothing. I seen him get a black eye. He ain't do nothing. Y'all boys got punked, man. Come on, dog.
So Ticket, if I give you a black eye, that means you got punked.
If you stomp me in my chest, give me a black eye, and you ain't got a black eye either, yeah, I got punked.
All right, bro. I guess so.
So, but hey, my whole point to you is this, Bob. I think that this year, if we look at Luka this year, bro, Luka's on another goddamn level, man. If it wasn't for what we see Jokic doing, Bro, Luka is crazy, bro. Like we ain't even. I
I
don't
never,
even think
bro.
we
I
giving
never
Luka
tried. I
enough.
never tried to compare De'Aaron to Luka. I just said he should be a top 5 MVP candidate.
No,
That's
I'm
not,
saying
that's
no.
not me
And I
saying that he's
agree.
better
Hold
than
on.
these guys.
I don't agree with you because I'm saying that you got 5 guys I named to you. 3 of those guys, I don't even think it's close with De'Aaron. Like with Luka, right now, if I'm gonna have 2 teams, I don't think that it's close with Luka and De'Aaron Fox. I don't think that the gap is close in what they bring to each team. I think what Luka brings to the Mavs is way more valuable than what De'Aaron Fox brings to the Kings.
Yeah, Ticket, that's where we have to disagree. Now, we could talk about, for me personally, we could talk about levels of skill and stats and your game and stuff, but you just seen a completely different team without De'Aaron Fox.
What would the Mavs do without Luka?
And that's a good
Pretty
point.
bad. They'd be pretty bad.
That's a good point.
The Kings just won. The Kings won a game. Well, the Kings won. The Mavs is in a lottery without Luka.
The Kings are in the
We in the
lottery.
lottery without De'Aaron.
No.
Kings
The
are
Kings
bad.
just won without De'Aaron Fox. They beat the team.
Yeah, they won one game. Ticket. Well, that's what I'm saying. Y'all hang on to one game like it's life.
Man, like I said,
One game cannot tell you the tale of everything.
Luka or De'Aaron Fox. Who do y'all think, Mars? Please tell the truth on this. I don't care if you don't like me. Just tell the truth, bro.
Yo, it's easy to say Luka because he's the better player, but when you break everything down, but hold on, right quick, hold on, right quick. You got to factor in how good the Kings were last season. A lot of that was due to what De'Aaron Fox brings to the table.
A lot of hurt teams last year.
Sabonis finished above De'Aaron.
Hey, Luka played hurt teams too, Ticket.
Say that again, Mars. Say that one more time.
Sabonis finished above Fox in the MVP last year.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's fine.
Thank you.
I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but I am. What I'm
if the
saying is
season ended today, Mars,
the idea that De'Aaron Fox is clearly the best player on the team didn't come around until the playoffs. On this platform, we were having discussions about who the best player on the team was during the regular season. The playoffs happened. Sabonis struggled. And
he made the All-NBA team.
Oh well, Mars. To be fair,
the discussion
on all platforms they've been debating who's the best player on the Mavs too. That's been debated as well. So what is that? What do you mean? It was debated. Chill.
Kenyon Martin said that, and he was 100%.
Hey, and there was some people that agreed with him, and it was some people that agreed with him. My point is, it was debated. It was debated.
Last year, there was discussions about who the best player on the team was, and now based on the playoffs, the right man is now deemed as the best player, which is De'Aaron Fox.
But it wasn't always viewed that way. I don't think it's just cut and dry De'Aaron. But I do feel like De'Aaron is he's the driving force of our squad. Domantas Sabonis does so much for us. He does everything for us. He does everything on the court. He does. Without De'Aaron Fox, though, it's not empty, but it's not taking us anywhere. That's why I come to the conclusion. Okay, De'Aaron might be our best player, but that's not a knock at Domantas, and I think Domantas rightfully had some MVP votes last year. No, of course he wasn't going to get it. He's not going to get it this year. But and on top of that, I don't knock Domantas for that his playoff performance last season at all.
Since we're on the subject of the better player, Ron, so what if Luka is the better player if what he's doing isn't translating, right? His ability to pass, that's translating on Dallas. His ability to score, his ability to rebound, all of that stuff is translating on Dallas. Mm-hmm. It's not like if he just was the better player and it was empty. No, it's not saying that what De'Aaron Fox is doing is empty. But what Luka is doing on that Dallas team, that stuff is translating more than what's going on with De'Aaron Fox.
See, Chill, that's why I disagree. That's where I disagree.
Number one.
Yes, how? I need to know how. Yes, I want to know how. Please.
Number one, they was in the Western Conference Championship. That's how. So they went deep.
3 years ago?
No, that was just the year before last. Don't forget, he got hurt last year. Before he got hurt, they were in the playoffs, and they ended up sitting months ago. Even still, right? Even still, with the Dallas Mavericks and the talent that they have on that crew, how responsible he is for all of those guys, as opposed to De'Aaron Fox, who is more of a scoring guard than anything. Luka is he's a scoring guard, but a distributor as well.
And he missed the playoffs last year too.
He did miss the playoffs, right? And he missed the playoffs because they had an in-season trade. So you got to put some context to that. They were in 4th place before that trade, just so you know. They were top 5 seed in the West. Let's not act like they was garbage before Kyrie Irving got over there. They were in 4th place before he got over there. But even with that still being said, what Luka brings to that crew, how far they went in the playoffs, it's obvious that it translates. De'Aaron Fox, on the other hand, it translates, but it doesn't translate like what Luka does. It just doesn't, and it's evidence in the numbers and in the victories.
Hey, I mean, I thought you
Yeah,
liked
everybody-
accolades. I know somebody got clutch player of the year last year. That means they was doing it. Hey, when the game was on the line, that means they was very important to their team.
Yes, but
maybe not.
Everybody on Dallas outside of Kyrie depend on Luka. You can't say the same thing about the Kings. Do you have guys on the Kings that get their own?
No, Keegan Murray does not depend on De'Aaron Fox.
Yes, he does.
No.
Yes, he does.
Oh,
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I'll give you guys Domantas Sabonis and Malik Monk. I'll give you Domantas Sabonis and Malik Monk. Outside of that, everybody on that team is depending on De'Aaron Fox to spoon feed them. That boy is sitting in a high chair waiting for De'Aaron Fox to feed him.
Y'all will say anything to prove y'all point, bro. It's crazy.
No, we won't.
And if they don't depend on De'Aaron, they depend on Domantas.
Okay, so that doesn't mean that he depends on him. Those two different people.
The team
so
don't go.
Getting it off the glass.
The team don't go like we go without De'Aaron Fox. And you gonna say that about Domantas? What about Kyrie Irving? They got Kyrie Irving don't need Luka Doncic to do nothing for him. Absolutely
I'm not
nothing.
arguing that. I'm not arguing that. But that's still 80%.
What bucket getter does De'Aaron have like Kyrie Irving?
What bucket getter does he have?
Who does he have in comparison to Kyrie Irving?
He doesn't have a bucket getter like Kyrie Irving. No, he does not. But he does have long ball shooters like Tim Hardaway, who are more effective. And what's the Euro's name, Ron? The left-handed Euro.
Oh, Sasha?
Yes, him. He's got Keegan Murray. I'm not Keegan Murray. I'm sorry.
It's Sasha catch and shooter. He catch and shoot.
He does catch and shoot. What I'm saying is this crew that De'Aaron Fox is on, they rely on him to get buckets. Luka is responsible for that entire offense. Even with Kyrie Irving on it, they run the offense. Luka isn't just the primary ball handler. They also run the offense through him. And understand that those two things are not the same thing. They don't run the offense through De'Aaron Fox. They actually run the O through Sabonis on high pick and rolls, high screens. He's one of the. I think he's in the top in the league in dribble handoffs. He's one of those guys. Luka got a guy who he could just get a ball to and he can go. He can just get a ball to and go. Now I think it's completely different when you got a guy who we got a system going where we can run the offense through him and run guys off of him and get action off of him. Those two things are not the same.
Chris sent through a super chat and said there seems to be a level of hate for the Kings. Mars is eating again. Who should Magic trade for next season?
Why do they need to trade for anybody?
I am eating again.
Why do the Magic need to trade for anybody? What's wrong with developing the crew that you got? Like with Wagner, both of those kids are really good. Bonchero's going to be better. So you got you have your three. You basically have your big three, and Markelle Fultz is solid. I'm not sure how long. I think the clock is ticking on Cole Anthony. I do. I think the clock is ticking on him, and I think that you may be able to. I think you may be able to flip him, but for the most part, if Isaacs can stay healthy, I like what this team is doing. I do. I like what this team is doing, and I like how they're growing.
I would say take Cole Anthony and Wendell and probably trade for whatever floor space and big you can get a big that can space the floor a little bit better than Wendell and make Paolo play inside more instead of trying to have him be this all complete basketball player. Just let him do what he do best. Use his body, bang in the post, start playing, eating glass more. I'm not going to say replicate what the Bucks is doing, but kind of replicate what the Bucks did with Giannis, with Paolo. Paolo's more skilled, but if he could play that similar role as a Giannis, not as a defender, but on the offensive end, I think he'll be utilized a lot better, especially with the guys that they got.
But Damo, don't they already have a floor spacer in Wagner and Bonchero? How about we get a dirty work guy? How about we get a guy?
I think Bonchero
is when he can play. Jonathan Isaac
when he can play, but I think Bonchero can be a dirty work guy. I think they're trying to make him be this floor spacer, but I think he'll be better as a dirty work guy. He has the size for it. He has the body for it. I know he can be that. And yeah, I feel like whatever quality floor spacing big you can get, I will go get that.
Shout out Mo Wagner as well. Mo Wagner been hooping.
Mo Wagner's been hooping. Yeah,
Mo Wagner's been hooping, and no one's giving him love. So
if you can go get Miles Turner, I would say if you can get Miles Turner from the Pacers, I mean,
He's always a high. His name always comes up in trade talks. Always.
Hey, so is Wendell still hurt?
Yeah, he's
I
gonna be
wanna say so,
reevaluated in a couple weeks.
Tay FYB with the super chat said, Mars, can I really have your thoughts on Giannis and where he will end up all time?
Probably in the top 25 all time. If I had to guess where I think he'd end up. He'd probably crack the top 20. Realistically,
He's got.
If I rank everyone like the Wilt Chamberlains and them, he'll probably end up in like the top 25.
He's got
probably, if I had to guess. But he's quite a few years away from that. I don't have Giannis in my like top 30 yet, so he's got quite a way to go.
MP13 came through. He said, where's Dub? I need that quote unquote put Dame on the Warriors, and he does just about the same as Steph. Take now. He's trash. He's been trash. Overrated shot chucker. I don't want to hear any more comparisons.
He's not on the Warriors though, so what does this have to do with Dub's take about putting him on the Warriors?
The fact that if he was on the Warriors, he'd be around better talent and he'd be basically doing the same thing that Steph Curry was doing. But now he's in Milwaukee playing with an elite player, and it's not very good. So,
yeah, but that elite player isn't the Warriors. It's not.
This is different.
And he's not a floor spacer like Klay Thompson is. So
you can't just say, "Oh well, he got talent and Steph had talent, so you put him on the Warriors." Like, it's not the same. That's the thing when you guys just keep judging people by talent instead of how they fit together. Draymond Green and Klay Thompson and that Warriors system is different to just having Giannis next to you. It's not the same thing. Now, I will say, I think you guys were talking about why Dame seems to be struggling. I think the biggest difference is he's driving less. That's what I've noticed when I'm watching him. He's just going downhill less. And maybe that's because you have Giannis already doing all those drives. So he's out on the perimeter more playing. He's playing in the mid-range probably about the same amount, shooting a larger volume of threes relative to his other shots. He's drawing less fouls. And he's very reliant on free throws, which is something a lot of people didn't really talk about for whatever reason. So I think that's probably the biggest difference in his game is the lack of drives. And I think during the season, I'll probably adjust. But him being next to Giannis on the Bucks doesn't equate to what he would look like on the Warriors at all. Like, not even close. So you're just using that as a way to hate.
Drink more water. That can probably help you hate less as well. But Drink More Water is a guy that sent through a super chat. He said, Damian Lillard stats in November last season, 22, 3.8, and 9 on 35, 28, 83 shooting splits. He ended the season averaging 32, 4, and 7 on 46, 37, 91 splits. Let these players get in rhythm.
he didn't have Giannis last year neither. So he was playing with Jeremy Grant.
His first 8 games of that same season you're using, he was like 27 a game or 29 a game on 48, 41, 29. You just chose to use November, even though we're still in the middle of November. It's a different sample size. The season starts in October. It's smart, though, that you chose to pick and choose which games you wanted to use. Because
how the wordplay works.
You use November where he played about 7 games and ignored the first games of the season that start in October, which is the games that we've seen from Dame this season. Because
you know how stats work, Mars. It's easy.
Yeah, I mean, use what you can. Use what you can to push the agenda you want. But yeah, for anyone who wants to know, the first 8 games, he's played 8 games this season. First 8 games last season, he was 29, 6, and 5 on 47, 40, 87 splits. But yeah, if you want to use November, yeah, technically he's not wrong. But in November, he played. Let's see how many games he played in November. In that November, he played 6 games, so 2 less games. And that's kind of brought down by the fact he had a game where he was 2 for 14. So, and one bad game can bring down percentages. So, a bit of stat manipulation, a little bit. But yeah, give him some time to adjust. I do agree, but just a bit of stat manipulation.
Speaking of pushing agendas, we got a super chat from Everybody Hates Roe. He said, turn your bias off, Ox. LOL. Luka has never had a teammate that first, second, third, fourth all-team or all-star player until Kyrie, and look what he has done in the super team era. Also, search who's the most doubled player.
I've never heard of the fourth team.
There is none, Miles. That's why you never heard of it, because it's never been a thing. So,
all right, moving along. Jamal sent through a super chat and said, what do you think of Zion's latest comments of trying to buy into the team? He doesn't seem to be engaged over there.
it sounds to
He
me
was
like
just trying to catch his breath the whole interview. That's what it looked
I
like.
gotta say, yeah, damn, trying to get engaged. He need to be trying to get in shape. He was pumping and pumping on him. I just want to try to do what I can. Keep it in. I'm like, what the? You got done playing 30 minutes ago. What is this pumping and pumping?
why you breathing so heavy?
That
Like
was
a
wild. I
fat-
was
look
listening. I'm
like
like,
a
damn,
fat
did he
kid
just
that
get out the game? Like, Jesus.
He looked like he was sweating still, Damian. I think he probably just got in. You know how cats get in them after game workouts and stuff. I think
Man, he got there breathing like Baby D, man. I ain't trying to hit none of that.
It was crazy. It was crazy. It was definitely crazy, but it couldn't have been from the game, though.
I'm also
not
thinking, to be
possible.
honest with you, he's looking at that crew going, yo, y'all should just be running this whole thing through me. I'm trying to buy into the system that you guys are selling. But in reality, I should be the primary ball handler. I should be the primary playmaker. I should be the guy that's getting the shots. That's what it sounds like.
He
I'm
just
trying to
looks
buy into
worse
what
to me, in my opinion. He just looks worse.
he looks
But
heavy.
maybe that is because of the system. And like I said, some people don't fit into the system as well. I think his finishing around the rim just
Just
looks
like one of them
worse.
heavy bugs with the little legs.
And he still can't finish with his right hand. And I don't know when we're going to address the fact that he can't finish with his right hand.
He goes left. He's very left-handed. Very left. But Mars, and I've said this to you before, I don't think you understand how difficult it is to guard a left-handed player, because everything that you do, all your principles are guarding right-handed.
He's not
players.
boxing a southpaw.
And
It's different.
exactly. So now I'm guarding the left-handed player. And if that's the logic, force him right. That was the logic against Ginobili, because Ginobili was very left-handed. Nobody could force him right. He went to the left constantly and stayed on his left hand. So it's really difficult guarding a left-handed player. Very difficult.
He's been defended pretty well. We can't hear you, Domin.
I'm off fault. I'm about to say, I'm just surprised. Somebody in the chat is genuinely crying. This got to be a troll. Crying that we're not talking about how fat Jokic is, but we're talking about how fat Zion is. Last time I checked, I've never heard Jokic huff and puffing the mic during the interview. So that's kind of what we were on, buddy.
If I'm not mistaken, did Joker not win the league MVP? And why did he win the league MVP? One of the main reasons why he won the league MVP, he dropped 35 pounds, got in better shape. Joker's never going to be this sliced up Greek god looking dude. No, but he lost 35 pounds. He's gotten himself in way better shape.
Even when he didn't lose the 35 pounds, I still don't remember him huffing and puffing in the mic after a game. That's a telltale sign of somebody.
You don't need to be shredded to be well conditioned.
No, you do not.
You really don't need to be shredded to be in good be well conditioned. Jokic is never going to be Dwight Howard. Like, he's never going to look like that. But he's in good condition. Like, he's got some of the best endurance for a big in the league. He's running up and down the court all game long. We spoke about it in the playoffs last year. Why is Jokic beating Anthony Davis up the floor? He's in better condition than Anthony Davis. People just don't like to see it because he's just some non-muscular guy. He doesn't look like he's this tremendous athlete, but he's beating most of your favorite bigs down the floor every time. So
how is this?
Maybe give him some credit.
Why is this going on? Why is he basically running past Anthony Davis? Well, because I'm in better shape than you. That's why.
And back when he was in bad shape, like 2021 and those times, because I was saying in 2021, the playoffs, the Suns, he was in bad shape. He was struggling. I said that. He was in bad shape. He didn't have the endurance and the conditioning to go against a team like that. And we all spoke about, everyone was talking about how Jokic isn't in good enough shape. He got in better shape, so now we don't talk about it as much. We haven't seen that from Zion yet. That's what we're waiting for.
And it's improved his game too tremendously. So
Chris,
need Zion to get in better shape. That's all.
What's an ideal weight for Zion?
Where's he at right now?
I think when he was in high school was ideal for him. Like,
that's not.
I don't think it was realistic,
but
I think it was ideal.
Even people saying his college weight, that's not gonna be sustainable because he put on grown man weight. He just got naturally bigger as an adult, so he's not gonna be at that weight. So he was gonna get bigger regardless. I don't know, man. I said this before, and it might actually reign to be true. Zion might be one of them dudes who he's just gonna be big, bro. Like, there's no.
That's what I was about to ask you, Damo. Are we ever gonna see like 255 or 250?
No. I remember when we had that conversation, dudes was like, oh, if he can get down to 250, 260. I'm like, bro, that's never. He wasn't 250, 260 at Duke, so that's not gonna happen. He came in the league 280, 285. So
I think it was 250 in high school.
I'm about to say, yeah, saying, oh, if he gets back down to his high school weight, no, that's not realistic at all. So Zion getting down to 290, because he's been over 300 pounds since he got in the league, in my opinion. Draft day, he was 300 pounds. Like, he stopped being 285 the moment the season ended in college. He was over 285. So since he's been in the league, he's been over 300 pounds. To me, because draft night, he looked bigger than he did in college. So if he can get back to 290, 295, anything under 300, I think he'll be straight. But asking him to go anything less than when he was at college, that's just not realistic.
270 realistic? Like 275?
With how he moving, I mean, you gotta. If he's gonna be 270, you need an in-home chef that's also a drill sergeant to make sure and keep bells and whistles on his fridge and pantry. Like, you gotta really discipline him to not eat or have better eating habits and be monitored 24/7 because it's just not gonna happen. But he was working out in the kitchen.
Get out the cookies and the soda.
He was working out in the
kitchen. It's the gumbo and the hose. That's the problem.
What is gumbo?
What is gumbo?
Not good for an NBA player eating like Zion. What it is?
Gumbo and po' boys. I guess you'll call it like what y'all would call like a stew, but it's like a southern version. Stew got seafood, got sausage. You know what I'm saying?
You got a dictionary in front of you, Ox. I'm sure there's the dictionary version of gumbo right in front of you.
You think so? Gumbo's in the dictionary?
I'm 100% sure that gumbo is in the dictionary. What exactly?
RJ saying no way he's over 300 pounds right now. RJ, I'm telling you, look at him at Duke. He was 285 at Duke. Look at him at Duke and look at him now. There's no way you're telling me he did not put on 20 pounds. He is over 300 pounds. He has been 300 pounds his entire NBA career. I'm telling you, that as a fellow fat man, wow. I'm telling you, I can analyze fat men. I'm telling you, buddy has been over 300 pounds since he's been in the league. I promise you, if there's one thing I know is fat dude. Ask Low. I bet you Low will know. Low will say the same thing.
looks like Ox has some information for us.
I got you right here, Mars. Actually, it's kind of funny, Mars. This is a good one. Gumbo of the Negro origin.
Oh my God, there's no way.
That would be us. Yes.
No, it says of the Negro
that
origin.
Would be
a soup thickened with unripe okra pods of the Negro origin.
Out to the Negroes.
But not yet. It's really good though. It's really good though, Mars. For real, it's fire.
That's actually in the dictionary of the Negro origin.
Of the Negro origin.
It's Webster's, Mars. You know what I'm saying?
Professionally.
That's where it originated.
Don't be alarmed. Keeping it pushing. We got more super chats. Got one from Chris. He said Magic did embarrass the Bucks. Anthony Black's defense is already there. Hoping his offense gets there.
Hey man, I wonder who's up here telling y'all about Anthony Black's defense, man. Hey. Man, and when I had him at what did I have him at 6-man? I don't know. I think I did have him as one of my 6-man candidates. One of my 6-man candidates, and he was on the list of rookies coming in who are, hey man, better defenders than the majority of the NBA already. Shout out Anthony Black.
I also said that, but Domo can get the credits.
No, I said it's us. We both said that. I'll give you credit. We both were saying that. Yeah.
Showtime's been just sending me a Sar Thompson propaganda. Just every day, he's just been sending me a Sar Thompson propaganda.
Same thing with the Laker propaganda. Yo, just randomly chill, send me something.
Yeah, I woke up, I saw, league leaders in rebounds, a Sar Thompson. I'm like, nice.
Hey, see, I wish I got nice
stuff. Let me put this on your mind real quick, Mars.
I wish I got nice stuff.
He's second in total rebounds, not average, but just total rebounds in the league. I seen that yesterday, and I was like, "Wow, this is."
I think he's second in total offensive rebounds too.
Hey, Damo, let me put this on your mind real quick.
Yeah, but see, Chill don't send me positive stuff. Chill send me stuff that make me mad. He'll send me the clip like that. The first night, I just look. It's like 2 a.m. He sends me the clip of LeBron. Yo, you know I can play point guard, right? I'm ready to put a hole in my wall now. Like, why are you sending me this? Like, why am I getting sent this?
Oh, so I'm getting lucky with the good propaganda.
I don't know if you know this about me, but I could play the lead guard. I don't know if they told you that, but I could do that.
Why did I just tell you that?
Why do
He
you have
sent
to
me this
say
one
that?
clip. He sent me this one link. I clicked the link. All it was a list of every hurt Laker. I'm like, what? Damn, yeah, I did not realize we had 8 injured players. Thank you, OG.
Wow.
But I'm the scumbag. Okay, I guess.
Leaf John and 7 said, "My Wizards have potential. It's just not clicking. We don't play bad defense and we shoot fairly well. Just need Poole to step into his role and we could get 25 plus wins."
That is oh man. I couldn't imagine.
That's the dude saying, she ain't really that bad looking if you clean her up. She's a bird. Trust me. If you put a wig on her, she's a bird. No.
You know how bad you gotta be?
Than me, but that 26 run defense just on paper doesn't seem like you guys aren't that good of a defense.
No,
you know how bad you gotta be like, yo, if everybody just buy in, we lock in and click, we can win 25 games. That is crazy.
So they're the Washington Ravens. That's what we're saying.
Someone who had to
They might
watch
as
a
well sue
22,
Lamar
as someone who had
Jackson.
to watch a 22 win team last season, it's going to be a tough season for you guys in Washington. I don't know. It's going to be a tough season. You're not going to enjoy much, but I respect you for being able to sit through it because you guys are going to win about 14 games.
MP13 said, "Question, Chill. Under the pretense that accolades matter, how do you hold that line of thought consistently and acknowledge that the voters have their inconsistencies in their criteria?" Just curious.
Because we all have our inconsistencies. That's why. But of those inconsistencies, there is one constant when you're talking about accolades. There are exceptions, but when you're talking about the majority of accolades, there are plenty of consistencies. So, for example, winning the league MVP. What is a consistent criteria for winning the league MVP? Winning. That matters. Same thing with being an All-NBA performer, especially a first-team All-NBA performer. What is one of the criteria for being a first-team All-NBA performer? Shea and Luka were exceptions last year. The majority of guards who make first-team All-NBA are on teams that are playoff teams and are winning. So that stuff matters.
Source third in total rebounds, but still fire
though. Who's above him now?
Vucevic.
Okay. Just a question. Not trying to argue. With the change into the All NBA voting being positionless now,
I hate it.
Does that change how you view them going back? Like with when there was better bigs and some of them missed out because there was only 3 spots, but nowadays they would both be able to make it. Does that like kind of change how you view it back then, or does it change how you view it now? Like if 4 centers make the All NBA team this year, do you look at the 4th one like you're not really an All NBA player? Like
yes, I do, Mars, because there's a reason why we have first team, second team, and third team, and we're going. And don't get me wrong, it's only 1 big, but it's only 2 guards too, and 2 small forwards. So if you're going to make the All NBA team, you got to beat this guy out. Now you can still play at that level and get acknowledged, which I don't want to discount. I want to make sure that I'm clear that if you don't make the All NBA team, but you're still playing at that level, you can still be acknowledged because there's plenty of guys who've done that. But there's a difference when this guy is making first team All NBA and this guy is making second team All NBA at the big spot. He's playing better. He has edged you. And if he's doing it consistently, he's edged you.
Does that mean accolades are starting to mean less to you now with how they're changing all these criteria?
To be honest with you, Mars, I don't like the positionless thing. I don't. And it is, I'm a huge advocate of the All NBA team. I do not like this positionless thing. It is bothering. Yes, it is. Yes,
interesting. Interesting. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Kenneth Jr. with the super chat from Mars said, Lil Uzi made a song after you. It's called Pluto to Mars. Have you heard it?
Is Taylor Swift on it?
Nope.
Why would you even?
First of
all, actually, that song is actually pretty goddamn good. I like that song. But let's relax on the Uzi slander, man.
My bad, Damo. I forgot.
Before we get into these predictions for the in-season tournament and go over the whole in-season slate tonight, this is actually the first week that marks 2 slates of in-season tournament games, Tuesday night and Friday night. It will be like this until we get to the knockout round. Before we do that, I got a super chat from Wada. Water said, question for the panel. Besides Mars, is Jokic right now better than 2018 LeBron?
Yes.
Right now, like we've seen 2018 James. We haven't seen 2024 Joker. We don't know what
The
he's gonna
Jokic
look
you've
like.
seen in the last 12 to 15 months. So the start of this season and all of last season, is that better than LeBron in 2018?
I would say so.
The start of this season better than 2018. Yeah, that 2018 James, contrary to popular belief, it wasn't going well in 2018. As good as he was playing, I remember him saying we shouldn't be on TV anymore. That's how bad they were. So it wasn't
It's carried
like,
by the playoffs, right?
yeah, primarily. I mean, they ended up being the fourth seed. I had a difficult time with I understand that James Harden averaged 36 a game that year, but I mean, from what he had to do to get that team to the playoffs and then take that team to the playoffs and finish second in the league in MVP votes. But is Joker better than him right now for everything that he does? Man, rebounding, what he does for that unit. If we
Chill, please cut the shit.
Thank you.
Please cut the shit. We have not seen the Jokic better than prime LeBron James.
What the hell are we talking about? What are we doing?
Don't try to be a
Well, the best LeBron was in Miami.
diplomatic.
We ain't talking about that.
I'm about to say that wasn't.
let's talk.
LeBron.
We're not talking about that, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about
I know. I'm just that's still a prime version of LeBron.
Right. 2018 James, what he did for that Cleveland team that year, considering all the stuff that went on, that was pretty impressive. I don't want to overrate Joker and go, yo, he better than 2018 LeBron. So you're essentially telling me that James, his best work, Joker is better than his best work right now.
Mm-mm.
And Joker is awesome. He is fantastic.
Definitely awesome.
But is he better than James's best work?
Mm-mm.
Yes. I would say so. And Bron's my GOAT. Y'all know how I feel. But I would say 2018 Bron, what he did was spectacular. Don't get me wrong. Spectacular. I still think this version of Jokic, like what we're seeing from Jokic right now, he's a better basketball player than that version of LeBron, to me. And say, Luke, please don't talk to me about expanding my music taste. I'm 1,000% sure, and I put my life savings, my music taste is way more versatile than yours and is more expanded than yours. You're talking to me about Nas, buddy. I'm not trying to hear that. My music taste is definitely expanded. Trust me.
Tay do be sending all the music he be listening to in that panel group chat. Be seeing it all the time. I haven't listened to one of them, but there's no Taylor Swift, but he does be sending it. I don't know how versatile it is though. He asked that question, by the way, the Jokic LeBron, because it was something I said on Open Gym. Started a whole debate because I know how to make content. It's interesting to hear that people up here don't think it's that crazy. So nice. Thank you, guys.
Damn, I'm torn with that one. I don't think he was better than James in 28. James' best work? My God. The roster got flipped twice, yo. He still took them to the playoffs and to the NBA Finals. That roster got flipped twice. 12
I'm sorry.
dudes.
I don't think it's close.
Twice that roster got flipped.
Why do you think it's not close?
Are we just talking about Joker as the player? Because when I think about James as the player, was he a better player in 2018 than Joker right now? Yeah. Yes. Yes, he was. Hell yeah, he was. Yes. Yes.
But why is it so, Ron? Why is it not close?
Bron's thumbprint was just on everything. Now, Jokic's thumbprint's on everything. It is on everything. I get that, but what Bron was doing was it was otherworldly. It really just was.
You think about those Toronto game winners, right? I can see it in your mind. You're thinking about Toronto. That's what you're thinking. I can see it in your mind when you're thinking LeBron was doing otherworldly. So you're thinking about, oh my God, that fadeaway he made against Toronto, that game winner against Indiana. I can see where your mind is going. That 51 with J.R. Smith.
No,
I know what you're thinking about. I can see it. It's all playoff games. I can see it.
I'm not thinking about the playoffs. I'm just, Mars, I'm thinking about what transpired that season. To have 12 new guys in a matter of 6 months and to still get that team to a top 5 seed, and lead that team in points, right? Lead that team in assists, still finish second in the league in MVP votes, still be an elite defender at that time. I'm just thinking to myself, no, Joker was not Joker.
But
was
if you
not
think
better
LeBron
than-
was an elite defender, then yeah, I guess we could.
I do think he was an elite.
Yeah, if you think he was an elite
I
defender,
understand. I
then
understand.
yeah, I
I
can see
understand
why
the
he'd be better.
defensive rating. I understand the defensive rating doesn't suggest that, but I have a difficult time with the defensive rating, even though I can have to use it because it's a part of advanced analytics and all of that goofy. But when I think about what this dude did that year, man, nah, yo, 2018 LeBron, I'll take him. It ain't many people that I'm taking over 2018 LeBron. 92 J, maybe 2013 James. I'm not sure if I'm taking 2013 James, but
I'm taking Kobe that averaged 35, but in the East.
West.
It's difficult when you're in the West. When you're in the East, Kobe could have pulled that off with the Cavs. That Kobe that averaged 35.
36.
Oh,
Kobe
you're
that
saying
drag-
Kobe better in 2018. Okay.
30,
That
30,
Kobe-
30, that 35, that 05-06 Kobe.
That Kobe that dragged that one team to the playoffs and they lost to the Phoenix Suns. In the East, that team may come out the East. Remember, the Phoenix Suns, they were, I think, a 2 or 1 seed that year. They almost beat them. They were up 3-1 on them and lost that series. But I wouldn't bet against Kobe being Bryant in his prime like that. I think if he was in the East, he would have probably had a lot more finals appearances too. But because you're in the West, because you're going up against Tim Duncan and these guys in the second round, because you're going up against Kevin Garnett and these guys in the first round, because you're going up against Carmelo Anthony and these guys, and all these other teams you got to go up against. He had to go through a war zone. Chris Webber and the Sacramento Kings every other year, and all the other teams that was in the Western Conference.
Right.
You get out the Western Conference, you a man. In the East, who you going through? DeRozan, Gill.
Indiana Pacers.
Come on, man. Come on.
Who
We got
else?
let's keep it. Hey, chill. I'm known for keeping it trill. And
Right.
Ron, I see you ain't read my super chat either. I see you ain't read my super chat either, Ron. You're a little punk for that. That's okay.
What this one from Ticket TV's burner account? This might be Henry Durth. I don't know, but it said, "Don't be sad, little Bob X. Just know that beating coming November 24th." Chump.
No, it's the super chat is less than yesterday. Ticket TV running out of money.
I'm running out of money.
Super chat less than yesterday. That's all I know. Don't shoot the messenger.
Don't Ticket. Don't get sucked into that.
Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just
Don't. That Ticket. That's your guard telling you to don't listen to this big man who you dominate on the backboard. Don't listen to him. What I'm saying is, you talked about getting out the West, being a man. I ain't gonna fight that, Ticket. And going through Chris Webber, right? Going through the Portland Trailblazers when this was
Weber and Mike Bibby.
Right, Webber and Mike Bibby, right? Yeah, going through Tim Duncan. I ain't gonna fight that, but
man, fuck Webber and Mike Bibby, bro. You can't beat me and shit. You're not gonna beat me on November 24th. Stop wasting your money on these super chats. I know you need a couple dollars, bro. Stop wasting your money, bro. You know you need that. You need them little dividends, man. Pay your rent first before you get to talking to me, bro. You crazy?
Hey,
you don't give a damn about Chris Webber and Mike Bibby.
Hey, look, hey, let me ask you a question, though, Bob.
You can't guard me. The Secret Service can't guard me.
Let me ask you a question, though. In your dictionary, what's the definition of chump?
Ticket TV.
Okay. All right, dog. No problem.
My bad, Chitchat. My bad, Chitchat.
Hey, but chill. When you talk about the East and the West, bro, even Mars got to admit, bro, and Damo, bro, that West was a monster, bro. Because you playing KG in the first round.
I ain't fighting that.
You playing Timmy or somebody like that in the second round. Mm-hmm. And then if you get past them, you got to go through C-Webb, Mike Bibby, Bobby Jackson, Doug Christie, got daggone all them dudes in the next round. That ain't no joke. Then you got to go play in the finals. So to me, like I said, if you told Kobe all you got to do is go through Gill, DeRozan, and Paul George every year, shit, Kobe Bryant going to 8-9 straight finals. That's facts. Kobe in his prime, if you told Kobe, matter of fact, if we put Kobe and Shaq in the East, they go to the finals every year. Every year.
I don't know if what's going to happen with the East is, teams are going to get better and they're going to try to stack their teams to deal with teams like that.
But it wasn't like that back then. Guys was on longer term deals.
Yeah,
remember, guys was on like 7-year deals back then. So it wasn't like that you could just get up and go. You would have to make major trades and you would lose major parts of your team at that time. Now guys are signing shorter deals now. That's one thing I think LeBron brought to the table is that he made guys smarter and made guys take shorter deals so that they have more flexibility and then get opt-outs. They wasn't doing that back then. Like in that era.
No, they was on 4 or 5 year. They was on 4 or 5
You
year
only get
guarantee
traded.
deals. That part I'm not gonna fight.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I
yeah.
think
So, but chill. So all I'm saying is this. I'm not saying that LeBron's still not great. I'm saying when you say that season, I'm like, bro, if we put some of them dudes that was in the West, fighting in the West, in the East, the way they was playing, bro, we would think they had all world seasons too. Imagine if we put Tim Duncan in the East. How many times you think Timmy would have got to the finals in the East?
depending on where he was, depending on where he was.
No, okay, hold on. Let's just be hypothetical. Let's say he was with Orlando and T-Mac. How many finals you think him and Mac getting to?
I think they get to at least 2 of them.
At least 2? That's it?
If T-Mac holds up.
No. Chill, you're not getting away with that. In Orlando, man.
Yeah.
I ain't say T-Mac at the end of his career. I'm talking about in Orlando.
Right. In Orlando.
Right.
Do you remember that Detroit Pistons team that went to the Eastern Conference Championship?
No. But I'm saying,
You think Orlando with Tim Duncan and Tracy McGrady is just walking by them dudes?
Hold on.
No, they're not.
Tim was the most.
How about that Miami Heat team with Dwayne Wade and Shaq? They're not just walking by them dudes.
Chill. Who's the greatest?
They ain't doing that. No way.
Who's the great? Hold on. Chill. Who's the greatest power forward in NBA history?
I think it's Duncan.
Okay, so if you put the greatest power forward in NBA history with the best scorer, probably one-on-one player outside of Kobe in the game at that time.
That doesn't mean it's going to work, Ticket.
No. You're not hearing me, bro.
I hear everything that you're saying.
Bro,
Ticket,
listen what I'm saying.
what you're basing this on, Ticket. You're basing this on talent. That's what you're doing, and that's not enough.
No.
That's not.
But chill. Hold on. Let me ask you a question, though, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't Tim Duncan showed you his game can pretty much fit with anybody?
Later on in his career, he did show that.
Oh,
later
Jesus,
on,
have mercy, man.
That's a
fact. So he didn't show from the beginning.
Later on,
he didn't show from the beginning. He can come in and do, and his game would be with every single different regime they had over there with the Spurs. Whether it was him, Robinson, him, Big Three, him, Kawhi. He always did what he did. He always fit in. It was never like, oh, Tim, he doesn't fit in what we doing now. No. So if you put him with T-Mac, you gonna tell me that you think they would maybe 2? Come on, bro.
Hold on. There's a flip side to that. Hold on, chill. You just said about Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan.
If he goes, chill.
About Tracy McGrady. There's a reason why Tracy McGrady left Vince Carter.
No, but you're not hearing me. No. But you're not hearing me. You're not hearing me.
He left Vince Carter because he didn't feel like he was a number 2.
That was a big.
He left Vince Carter because he didn't feel like he was.
That was his cousin. That was his cousin who played his opposition. He didn't want to be under his.
The fact that it was his cousin. He didn't want to be under his.
The fact that he didn't want to be under his shadow. That's why he left T-Mac.
Right.
No. I'm saying because that's his cousin. That was because that
was his cousin. That was his cousin. No.
Yes, it was. Bro. Talk to T-Mac. Hold on.
It's not just because it was family, Ticket.
Ask Mac.
It wasn't that. It can't just be because it was family.
How you gonna tell him? Ask T-Mac.
Just because it was family? So I don't want to play here just because you family.
No, you're not hearing me. No. Because I don't want to be under. I don't want to. Everybody say I'm successful because of you. You're my family. So I'm gonna go have my own path. Him and Vince was close. Plus, they kind of played the same position. But let me say this to you.
Yep.
Chill. So when he goes to Orlando, if you put Tim Duncan over there in his prime for 10 years with T-Mac, and they're in Orlando from what year was that? 2000? 99? No. It was like 99?
2000.
So 99? Who won the championship in 99, Chilltown?
The Spurs.
And who came out the East, Chilltown?
The Knicks.
The Knicks. Okay. They would have won whoever they played in the finals. Tim Duncan and
the Jazz?
No, I'm saying Tim Duncan in 99.
Would it have been the Jazz or the
San Antonio?
In 99? Yes.
No, but who was the conference finals team the Spurs played in 99?
The Knicks. Oh,
no. He said in the West.
San Antonio, they swept Portland.
Right.
Portland. Okay,
right. So I'm taking Tim and T-Mac over the Jazz in the finals. Then you go to the next year in 2000. It was who was it in LA? Shaq and Kobe.
Yeah.
Right. That was their first year, right?
Right.
So Bob, let me ask y'all a question, Bob. Now I'll give you this. I think they go to the finals. That's a toss-up right there to me. Because Kobe was still younger. He was just coming to his own that year. T-Mac was young, comes on, but it would have been between Shaq and Duncan to me. Who do y'all think would have won those? Because that would have been the next 3 finals the next 3 years. Is T-Mac and Tim and Shaq and Kobe. Who do y'all think comes out on that, Mars? I would love to hear y'all answer on that.
I think that Lakers team still probably gets them.
All 3 years?
I don't know about all 3 years, but that team was crazy good, bro. It wasn't just Shaq and Kobe.
Yeah.
And I'm having a hard time remembering who all was on that Orlando team with T-Mac to begin
Mike
with.
Miller, one of the best 3-point shooters in the league.
He was a rookie.
They also had he was one of the best 3-point shooters in the league.
Still a rookie.
He was one of the best 3-point shooters in the league. And he would have been on it with
Mm-hmm.
time. And he was putting up numbers and 2 balling. And then it's like Bo Outlaw. I'm so outlawed.
Mm-hmm.
He was balling.
Dirty work guy.
He
Okay.
was balling with the respect
Like
on.
Bo.
Right.
Also they had on that team. They had what's the white boy name? Mars.
Jason Williams?
No, not him. No.
Not yet. He wasn't
No.
yet.
Doliak.
Yeah.
They had Doliak on the team. They had Doliak on the team. See, Bob, this one I'm gonna destroy you come back Friday. Cause my basketball knowledge, I don't need no notes, nigga. This shit, my brain's right here. And Chilltown, they also had Bobby Jackson on that team. No, not Bobby Jackson. They had Daryl Armstrong on the team. DA was balling. DA was balling. DA was out of Fayetteville State. DA was balling.
Yeah, they had bets. That's what I want.
There's only one reason I don't think they win. But
Why?
who was that coach?
I hate you, Mars. You was a greasy, slimy, summer snitch. Bro,
I think that's what it all boils down to.
to coaching.
Best Bill Jackson?
They had Doc
Beat,
Rivers.
hold on. Don't do that, chill. Because Doc beat Phil in the finals before.
They just got roughed up.
We were super.
Right, but hold on. But Doc beat him in the finals. We ain't gonna say he ain't beat him.
They
both-
got-
Yeah,
they
but
did.
This is rookie head coach though.
They both, huh? No, I'm saying, but they both beat each other once though. And remember, Doc turned that Orlando team around. They weren't even supposed to be in the playoffs.
He won coach of the year.
Yeah, they went to the playoffs. They weren't even supposed to go to the playoffs. And then T-Mac opened his mouth saying, "Here, we will get up the first round," and then they go back and lose the whole series.
Can't believe he said that.
Right? Hey, that was crazy. Chill.
Yeah.
All
Anyway.
I'm
They
saying is-
didn't lose because he said that.
No, they lost because he said that. Because when he opened his mouth, the other team took it as disrespect and started spanking that ass. Believe
They
that.
lost because they lost. They didn't lose because
Rick
T-Mac
Carlisle
made a
coached.
statement.
Yeah, hey, Rick Carlisle did do it. Hey, but I'm gonna say this to you, Chill. All I'm saying is this: I do think LeBron is great. The only thing I'm saying is, Chill. Do you honestly think that LeBron has all those finals appearances if he plays with
Wait,
one
that whole
team?
conversation was about LeBron?
No. But I'm saying this because he's talking about the
Indirectly.
dominant year from LeBron, and I'm saying to
Gotcha.
Chill. If LeBron James is dominant like that in the West every year, do you still think he's going to the finals all those years?
Hey, Chilltown, before you answer that,
Hold on, Bob. What do you say, Chill?
all right, relax, because I need to hear
No,
Chill's
hold
answer to
on,
this.
hold on. What are you
All right,
talking
bro,
about?
relax.
No,
So,
I want
Chill,
to get Chill's answer. Hold on, Bob. I want to get Chill's answer on that.
Yo, relax.
Hold on,
Chilltown,
hold on. I want to get this on the record. Chill.
Why is it? Why can't LeBron in his? I'm not thinking about James older. I'm thinking about James when he went
in his
from
prime.
when he went from Miami, the 25-year-old, instead of going to Miami, he goes to the Western Conference. Why
You think he goes to the finals all those same years?
Why is it ridiculous for me to think that he can't get to the NBA Finals
What?
a bunch of different times again?
So, Chill, you don't think, hold on, Chill, let me ask you this question.
Why is it ridiculous for me to
Hey,
think
Mars,
I mean, I saw Kobe Bryant do it. I saw Tim Duncan do it. I saw these dudes do it.
Ticket, before you move on, Ticket, hold on, stay right there. Ticket, no, don't stay right there, Ticket, bro.
Hold on one
All right,
second.
but this is relevant to what we're talking about, bro. Just hold on one
This
second.
nigga think
please.
LeBron can do Timmy and all them every
I
single
want. Hey, Chilltown, I want to point out right now. This is why I'm gonna smoke him on November 24th because every argument for him comes back to LeBron. We have no topics about LeBron, and I guarantee you, every 3 round he's gonna bring up LeBron James.
I didn't bring
That's
up
why I'm
LeBron
gonna
James.
bust his
Hey,
ass
hold
on
on.
November
Here's
24th.
why you lost my here. Hold on. I didn't bring up LeBron.
Hold on
They
a second.
brought
I gotta
up
blow my
LeBron
nose.
James. Hold on. They brought up LeBron's 2018 year. But Chill, this is the last question I'm gonna ask you about this. I just want you to be honest, bro.
Look at it's all okay. So let's be honest. This is what you're trying to sell me. You're trying to sell me that because he was in the Eastern Conference, which is
Chill. I want you to be honest. Hold on, Chill.
Keep going, Ticket. Keep going, Ticket.
You really think that if LeBron James playing his peak ball,
Yeah.
you really think he would have went to the same amount of NBA Finals in the West that he did in the East?
I didn't say the same. I did not say the same.
Okay, that's what I thought you were saying. That's what I thought you were saying.
I did not say the same.
Oh,
But
what did you say? Because I want to get what you said.
What I am saying though is, considering what crew he's on, the construction of the roster, how he was playing during that time, there's no reason for me to think that he couldn't get back to the NBA Finals and be competitive in the Western Conference like he was in the East. There's no reason for me to think that he wouldn't be able to do that. No,
I think he goes to if he's in the West, I think he gets to the NBA Finals, depending on his teammates, maybe 5 times.
Let's just say for the sake of argument,
But
he gets to
in the same breath, he now doesn't have 6 finals losses.
Or hold on, I was just ready to hold on, Mars. Let's just say for the sake of argument, he goes to the NBA Finals 5 times in the Western Conference and wins all 5. How we talking about?
Hey, that's different. Now that's a different situation. That's a different animal. Because now you talk about that means he would have had to beat the Celtics. He would have had to beat the Celtics. You know, he would have also had to have beaten the who else was winning championships around that time, Mars?
In the Western Conference.
Huh?
I mean, realistically, out the East,
Miami,
East, it was either Boston
Detroit,
or LeBron's team.
Yeah. So he would have had to beat the Pistons. They won't beat that Pistons team. That Pistons team beat the Lakers team. Won't nobody beating that team, bro. That year.
He was a rookie.
and Antonio beat him.
I'm saying no. I'm saying no. Listen, I said that year.
Oh, that was his rook season.
Yeah, no, I'm saying, but if he was over there, I'm saying from those years. That's what I'm talking about. Those years, all the way through, he not beating that Pistons team. He not beating. To me,
if he's in the Western Conference in 05,
y'all can make it. Hold on, y'all.
And they
y'all
end
can,
up
hold
seeing
on,
the
hold on,
Miami
hold on.
Heat.
Y'all can let me know if y'all.
Depending on where he is. Depending on where he is.
Do you think he's beating the Celtics team that Kobe and them lost to in that first finals?
No, but I don't think LeBron makes the. I think if he's in the West, like hypothetically, let's say Denver or wherever get the number 1 pick, and he's in the West for the start of his career.
Right.
I think he doesn't start making the finals until like 2011, 2012.
Damn.
But I think when he does make it, he beats the teams that come out the East. That's what I think.
Okay,
I don't think he makes it when KG and them
stop
are
right there. Stop right there.
Or the
Who was in
Pistons
it in 2011? Who was in the conference finals in the East?
the Bulls.
Miami and the Bulls.
Okay, and the Chicago Bulls, that was that 61 team, right?
Yep.
So y'all saying he would have beat that 61 team in the finals?
Depending on who his team was, because this is all hypothetical.
That's very important to mention that.
Right. Okay. So now keep going. So then the next
And
year,
the next year was the Boston Celtics again in the conference finals.
Okay. So then y'all don't think that? So that's a toss up, the Boston Celtics, and if they played them in the finals, and the next year after that, when the Boston Celtics again, Mars 2 times in a row.
Indiana
in 13.
Oh,
Indiana
Paul George team. That was that Paul George team, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I give you that. They probably beat them niggas. I give you that.
Yeah.
Then who was the next
2015, the Atlanta Hawks.
They beat them niggas.
The Toronto Raptors.
Whoa. Rewind, Mars. That Atlanta Hawks team. I know how you feel about them, Mars. I think that I don't think that you give them the credit that the only team they lost to was Cleveland. But keep going.
Chill. Who was that coach?
Coach
There we go. 2016 Toronto. 2016 Toronto.
They beat them niggas.
2017 the Boston Celtics with Isaiah Thomas.
They beat them niggas.
2018 the the 2018 Boston
Hold
Celtics
on, time out.
with no Kyrie.
Hold on. But are they getting to the finals? Those other
No, they're not getting past the Warriors. That's my
that's my thing.
That's why he makes less finals.
Chill. Now let's go right there, Chill.
Are we sure that they're not getting by the Warriors?
To the finals past them Warriors, Chill. In the West.
The 2017 Warriors?
This is what I'm asking because this is what y'all doing now. Y'all putting hypotheticals on here, right?
No,
so James comes to the Western Conference. Does KD go? If James is in the Western, does KD jump on that Warriors crew?
Damn right.
Even more so. He jumps on it twice as quick.
Oh.
Yeah, hey, Chill. And here's the question. Do LeBron James get through all those Thunders teams every year?
Yeah.
With Russ and KD?
I think that they beat them. I do.
Well, one of those years after the 2012 year, Russ was hurt in the playoffs. 2013 I think, because Patrick Beverley injured him.
KD was hurt a year too.
2015 KD's hurt and they missed the playoffs. So that's 2 situations where he can make it. 2016 is the Warriors 73 win season. So you'd have to, I don't know if you think he's gonna win or what. But the point I'm making is whether or not he makes 10, I don't think he does, or goes to 8 straight, I don't think he does. But I think when he does make it, I think he probably wins most series.
Yeah, Mars. The reason why I asked you is because when Chill said that about that 2018 season, y'all were talking about him and Jokic. I'm like, they think it's an all-time great season because he was in the East, right? But if he's in the West, do they still say the same thing about that playoff run in that season?
No, because they play theoretically, let's just say the Cavs are in the West. Like instead of putting them on a different team, let's say the Cavs are
Right.
in the West, and they're still the 4 or 5 seed. In the first round, I think they probably end up playing like a team like Utah or something. The second round, they end up having to play that Houston team, which with James Harden, MVP, blah blah blah. And if they beat them, they then have to play the Warriors in the conference finals.
That AB
So
the Warriors.
LeBron doesn't have a finals run for everyone to point to as to why he's so great.
So, but
It's
switch
now-
this,
it's now a
Mark.
conference
Mark,
final.
switch this. But if you put Jokic over in the East, now his season is, even though we looking at him like we are now in the West, if you put Jokic in the East at that time, man, it's like, it ain't even funny, bro.
Yeah, he runs through that conference.
Easy.
Well, the Nuggets.
So
run
that's
through
why
them.
that's why I said, like, when you look at seasons and you say, and it's not no disrespect, you say like how impressive our season, because I think, and I don't know how y'all think, Mars and Damo and Bob, but I think that like your competition also goes into that. Like if I'm going through a weak East every year, how I'm getting more credit than dudes who's going out in the second round playing NBA Finals opponents caliber teams in every
I
round.
can't. Well, Ticket. I can't
agree,
knock.
but I've been making that argument for
you.
James Harden for 10 years, and I'm wrong.
But you think, hold on, hold on. You think that's the only reason why James Harden ain't been winning?
I think when he lost to Golden State, yeah.
But who else was the team that you think he lost to that he, or was it just Golden State?
Well, I think 2017, I don't mind people putting on him against the Spurs. That's fine. But 2015, he lost to the Warriors, who won the chip. 2016, he lost to the Warriors, who went to the finals.
Hold on. 2015 was the Warriors without KD.
Yeah, but the NBA champions, he lost to them in the conference finals. 2016, he lost to the Warriors, 73-19. 2017, the Spurs, I'll give you because he disappeared in the last game. I'll give you that 1,000%. 2018, the Warriors with KD. 2019, the Warriors, but KD gets hurt in game 5, but they lose one game with KD not being there. But it's still the Warriors. He lost to the Warriors 4 times in 5 years. If James Harden's in the East, he might have a finals appearance. And the whole argument with the James Harden versus AI thing is AI gets praised for making the finals in the East that was weaker. And if he was in the West, he loses to the Spurs or Kobe and Shaq. He doesn't go as far. Whereas James Harden, if he's in the East, might make it out the East and then just lose to the Warriors in the finals. It's just about the conference we're in. I believe wholeheartedly that I don't judge you based on how far you go in the playoffs when one conference is clearly superior to the other.
I just don't think
better than the Sixers that made the finals.
From the eye test, Mars, the only reason why I disagree with you, I don't think he's on AI's level as far as everything AI brought to the table in the game of basketball. I just think AI was on a different stratosphere than James Harden. I think all the way across the board. The only thing I think James Harden do better than him is shoot the ball from the outside. That's it.
All right, y'all. We got to
facilitate. My bad. Maybe facilitate.
We got to jump into these predictions, though. In-season tournament tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and put up this chart, and we're gonna predict from here on how we think that the groups are gonna look at the end of the until it's time for group play. But with that being said, it's some inconsistencies in the number of games the teams have played and things like that. Like, for instance, the Atlanta Hawks have played 0 in-season tournament games, whereas there's teams that have played 2 in-season tournament games. So it's going to be a little off, but we can still make our predictions based on what we've seen and how we think things would transpire. So first, we are going to start with West Group A. Do I need to put this on the screen?
Yeah.
What, as in the teams in the group, or
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and put that on the screen.
Yeah, bro, how can we possibly know that?
You got to do your research. I know West Group A: Lakers, Jazz, Suns, Blazers, Grizzlies. I know them because I'm
I know you know the Reese Mars, but
and that's why y'all don't want to see Mars on Black Friday.
Well, luckily I got Tiki. None more.
Mars got it.
All right, here we go. East Group A, but let me scroll down to West Group A. We're going to start with West Group A. West Group A, we got the Utah Jazz, Los Angeles Lakers, Portland Trail Blazers, Phoenix Suns, Memphis Grizzlies. As you can see, the Utah Jazz are at the top. They're 1-0, and they have a +6 point differential. The Lakers are second. Portland Trail Blazers are third. Phoenix is fourth at 0-1. And the Grizzlies are last at 0-2. Let's go ahead and predict how we think that this group will transpire.
Lakers. The Lakers coming out that group.
Okay. Ticket has the Lakers at number 1. Ox, who you got winning this group?
Suns.
Suns. Okay, Suns have a first place vote. Damo, who do you got number 1?
Lakers.
Lakers have 2 first place votes. Mars.
I'll go with the Lakers.
How was Bob still voting for the Suns and the Suns are crispy done?
I think Devin Booker's playing in the next game.
Vote for the Suns because I know Bull.
Who they play next, Mars?
Let me check. No. Phoenix next game is the Timberwolves tomorrow.
That's another L.
Probably is.
And it shows to the far right exactly which teams that they have. So the next in-season tournament game that the Suns have is against Utah. Portland's against Utah next. Lakers have Memphis, and the Utah Jazz have Portland. But so you guys got Lakers? All right,
Yeah.
cool. So we got the Lakers in first place. Second place, how we feeling? What we think comes in second place?
Utah.
Lakers got a weak group, man. They the only strong team in that group.
Ox, who you got in second place?
Suns.
Okay. Damo?
Utah.
Utah takes second place. Who we got for third? How we feeling about third? Lakers and Utah are off the table. Who comes in third?
I'll say Phoenix.
Me too.
Ticket, Ox?
Nah, I'm gonna say Portland.
Phoenix.
All right. Phoenix takes third. And
Yeah, we got Portland next. Memphis last. Yep.
Memphis is last?
Yep.
All right. There we have it.
Hey, Ron,
What's up?
what do you prefer, thongs or granny panties?
Personally, older the berry, the sweeter the juice. So I'm just going to leave it like that. You feel me?
That nigga Bob like the period panties. I'm gonna get you, Bob. I'm gonna get you.
Bro, I think he got
I'm gonna get you, nigga.
I think he is got at this point.
Oh, got nothing to say to that, man.
All right, we got
I'm gonna get you.
we got West Group B. The Nuggets are number 1 in West Group B with a plus 11 point differential. Then you got the Rockets at 2. The Dallas Mavericks at 3 at 1-1. Pelicans at 4 at 0-1, and the Los Angeles Clippers at 5 at 0-1. How do we? And the Los Angeles Clippers also have a 0.18 point differential or a negative 18 point differential. But how are we feeling about this group? Who do we have number 1?
You know Bob like fish, Bob.
No, I love fish. Definitely love fish.
Yo, Mars, you got number 1 in this group.
Big time sushi boy. Big time
Houston?
sushi boy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. H-Town gets a number 1 vote. Damo, who you got?
I'm going Dallas.
Dallas.
That's a tough bracket right there, bro.
Yeah, I'm going Denver.
Denver. Who you got, Ticket?
All those teams gotta play each other, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The Mavericks are 1-1 right now. You could see kind of to the far right. Mavericks are 1-1.
I'm going Denver, man. I'm going Denver, bro.
Denver? All right, cool. Denver is the first place team. All right, who we got second, y'all?
Dallas.
New Orleans.
Houston.
Ticket?
Houston.
Houston? Houston.
Hold on, Chitchat's back.
My fault.
Chill gonna pick Houston too.
Hey, Bob. Chill got that double fish special.
Yo,
Bro, I
chill.
don't know what you're talking about, bro. I don't
Chill.
know
West Group B. We predicted that the Nuggets will win.
Okay.
All right, who do you got in second place?
Man. Ron, chill thinking. One time I was at this volleyball practice with these girls, man. Bruh.
Oh shit.
Boy,
Chill.
you had a funeral.
Chill. Who you got? Ticket? No. No.
We had a funeral.
Houston.
Houston. All right. We got H-Town coming in second. All right, who we got number 3, y'all? Denver and Houston off the table.
Hey, I think this. Well, no, I ain't gonna say that. Denver, Houston, Dallas.
All right, we got one for Dallas. You said Dallas
already.
Morris?
They already lost the game, man. So they already lost it.
Yeah, they lost to Denver.
I got New Orleans.
In third place?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is the way it stays.
Yeah,
You got Dallas. Okay.
Hey,
I'm fine with this being the way it stays too.
Hey, Ron, do they got a Captain D's in Seattle?
I'm gonna take that as a yes. That smirk right there means yes, they do. Yes, they do.
I'm
100%
disengaging. I'm disengaging.
100%.
I'm disengaging.
100% they do.
Chill. They got one in Jersey or Orlando?
No.
Hey, yo, which one you like better, Lon John Silver's or Captain D's? Yo, I be rocking with the Lon John Silver's, bro. Real talk. Hey, they be having them. But I like the fish sandwiches at Captain D's. Hey, bro, hey, no bullshit. Hey, Ron.
Yo, who's for?
Bro, you ever ate a Captain D's fish sandwich before, dog?
Yo.
Hey, them things like crispy cream donuts, bro. Bro, I'm trying to tell you, bro. You put a little bit of extra tartar sauce on them things. I'm trying to tell you, bro. You need to try you one. Get you the king size one.
Hey, bro.
I'm
a vegetarian, bro. I'm a vegetarian. Yo, all right. So right now we got Denver, Houston, Dallas. Is everybody committed to the New Orleans Pelicans at 4th, or does anybody think the Clippers? We'll jump to those.
I'm fine with this. I'm fine with this.
I'm
All
fine
right.
with it like that.
That's what
Damn,
we
ain't
got.
no respect for the strippers. Damn.
Ticket, I will admit that when I was in college, every time I'm flipping the channels and I see a volleyball game, I'm shaking my head because I see them volleyball chicks and I'm thinking that's who I should have been hanging out with in college. Because I'd have me a linebacker today and a 2-guard. 100.
Chill. I'm with you, dog, until I went to one volleyball practice. And when I went to that practice, dog, I couldn't bear what was in the air. So the next time I was around, I had put a gas mask on when I went.
They athletes, Ticket. What you expect? You funky?
Man, listen, bro. Man, bro, it smells like bruh's barbecue in that month.
I'm sorry.
West Group C. We have the Minnesota Timberwolves 1-0 at number 1. And they're tied with the Sacramento Kings, actually. Both teams are 1-0. 1-0. They both have a plus 7-point differential. We also got the Golden State Warriors at 1-0. They're number 3. Then we got the San Antonio Spurs at number 4, 0-1. And then, ironically, the OKC Thunder are 0-2 and in last place. How do we feel about this, fellas? How's it going to transpire?
I think OKC flips San Antonio.
Well, hold up, chill. Who you got number 1?
I'm sticking with Minnesota at the top of that division. Yes.
OKC lost 2 games already in there?
Yeah,
They played the Warriors and the Kings. I think the top 3 stays in that order.
I agree with Mars.
And then
I think the Kings are number 1.
I think it's that exact order right there.
Damo, who do you have at number 1?
Minnesota.
All right, we got the Wolves up top. Number 2, everybody has the Kings.
I do.
I got the Warriors number 2.
Because OKC should be 1-on-1, but they got robbed by that Draymond Green goaltender.
Man, you ain't lying. Hey, Ron, you got to stop drinking water directly out of the Pacific Ocean. Nigga. I heard what you be doing.
Yeah, that's nasty, man. How the hell would you do that?
Bro, naturally when you swim in water, sometimes you happen to. That's just how it goes.
Ugh, that's a dirty ass ocean,
man.
It's better than the ponds y'all got over there in Sacramento.
Dog.
All right, bro. I'm gonna see you tomorrow, bro. So
you ain't gonna see me tomorrow. I'm gonna be in the Pacific Ocean.
Hey, Mr. Mad, y'all seen Mr. Mass out there at the sack game? That fool was out there with Matt Barnes, Mr. Mass.
Shout out Mr. Mass.
He
Shout
said
out
he a
Matt
season
Barnes.
ticket holder. Yeah, he a season ticket holder.
Shout out to Matt Barnes, Sacktown finest.
Y'all, but number 2 though, I know Ox said the Kings. Mars, who you got? You got the Kings as well?
Mm-hmm. I got the top
Damo?
threes, the top
Damo got the Warriors. He said.
Damo said the Warriors. Chill.
I'm sticking with the Kings. They got Fox back. They rolling. They back
cool.
rolling again.
I'm with him.
All right, Sacramento, number 2. Number 3, we all feeling the Warriors. Does anybody have any objections?
No, I got the Warriors for sure.
Warriors
I got
coming in at
OKC at 4. I got OKC at 4.
number
That's the
3
vibe.
in the West group, Group C. Everybody else have?
Yep.
Why would you say this the worst group?
You think this is the Group C is the worst group, Ron? I mean, they got the best defensive team in the game. You got you got arguably the best 2-guard in the game, the best big tandem in the game with those two guards.
Who are we talking about?
I said you got arguably the best 2-guard in the game.
Oh, you talking about N? You talking about N?
Yes.
Okay, I got you.
Even though Shea better than him, but yeah, Shea a point guard now, so it's fine.
Which he is, Mars. I ain't like I said, it's all right. He's in the conversation. I'm telling you, 2 years tops. He's going to be the best 2-guard in the game. That's as far as I'm going. 2 years.
I can see that for sure.
Devin Booker's still pretty young.
I'm
Yeah,
just,
I
I'm
think
so-
26,
I just want to
27.
see
Still
this
pretty
Chet
dope,
Wemby
too.
matchup, to be honest. That's all I want. I just want to see this Chet
Me
Wemby
too.
matchup.
That's tonight, right?
Yep.
It sure is.
What time?
What time that come on?
10 p.m. Eastern, I assume, because it's West Coast.
Oh, it is.
Where's
They
the game?
playing
Is,
OKC?
is the game in San Antonio or is it in?
I think it's in OKC.
It's in OKC. Yeah, they're on Mountain Time. So, yeah, I
But
think so.
that's what I'm waiting for.
Did y'all see that they gave that Wemby officially has like the second best odds to win Defensive Player of the Year now?
I'm not surprised
Which
because
is nuts.
when Ticket said he's the best defender in the league, I don't think it was a crazy take to say he's the best. Like what he's doing defensively is crazy, and that Spurs defense is terrible. So what he's able to do with that, what he's able to do for that defense, like their defense is like with him on the floor, it's like average because there's only so much you can do. But I've seen some stats circulating about what he does at the rim and stuff, and then also just watching him, he is one of the craziest defensive players I've ever seen.
This is Chet's chance tonight, right now.
Well, remember last time they played though, Chet got beat.
Yeah, they played
tonight?
tonight.
It was preseason, but Chet did his thing though. Last time they played.
OKC play Sacramento tonight? I mean San Antonio tonight?
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, Wemby finna get this nigga 40.
Okay.
We get our first 40 ball tonight.
It's possible.
Yeah,
Yeah,
from Chet.
hey, Mars, and I do disagree with you on one thing. Wemby, he does better when he catching it around the basket. They need to get him around the basket. I think you were one of the ones who said he didn't have much of a post game. I disagree with that, bro. Wemby get buckets around the basket, bro. They need to put him more around the basket. Let him operate, like I said, in that mid post range, and let him get his game going inside first. I think Popovich plays him wrong and plays him outside in. I think you need to play him inside out. Let him get his rhythm. Let him get a couple shots going and then go. You know what I'm saying? Elder said that. Pastor said that. He said, "Hold on." He said that what?
Because he knows ball. That's why. Because he knows ball.
Oh, I don't agree with that.
No, I don't agree with that either, Pastor.
I strongly.
Popovich is allowing. Popovich is allowing him.
Oh, hold on, Ron. Let
What's
him
up?
put up. Donald said he wants smoke with Pastor.
What's that? Hey, what's set that up sometime soon, Ticket? Hey, Damo will get the smoke that he's seeking very soon. Very soon.
Damo, I hope you like to inhale smoke because you finna get all of it.
Oh,
but as you can see right now,
wow.
Would you focus, Damo? Focus, brother. Okay, focus.
Oh,
Bro,
you might get all of it. Okay, I get it. Okay, I got it.
this is what we have as of right now for West Group A, B, and C. Feast your eyes on the screen. You can see West Group A is Lakers, Utah, Suns, Trailblazers, Grizzlies from 1 to 5. West Group B, we got Denver at the top, then Houston, Dallas, Pelicans, Clippers. West Group C, we got the Wolves, the Kings, the Warriors, the Thunder, and the Spurs. Chat, let us know how you feel about any of these groups and if you think any of them are fraudulent from what we have chosen so far. But let's keep it pushing on to the
Shouldn't
east side.
we pick which one of these teams are going to be the wild card?
Oh yeah, we'll get there.
Oh, my fault.
Well, I guess right now is a good time to do that, huh, Mars?
Please.
Oh,
Yeah,
Let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah.
Well, you know
Well,
who I'm picking, so just put that bill on Houston.
all right. Well, as a wild card team, obviously, I don't know if you guys know, but the top 3 teams will go, and there will be one wild card team based on record and point differential that will get to go into the next round, the knockout round. Mars already gave his prediction. He thinks Houston will exceed Utah and the Kings. I'm assuming those will be the 2 teams in contention. Who do you guys have? Damo, I'm gonna start with you. Who moves on to the knockout round?
It has to be one of those 3 teams, right? Utah, Houston.
Yeah, one of the
It
2 seeds.
It doesn't necessarily have to
Does it
be a
not?
2 seed.
Has to be. Has to be.
I'm assuming. Well, here's the thing, though. Let's say Utah and the Suns are tied at a 2 seed, or they're both like 2-0.
So you got the 3 group winners, and you got 1 wild card. You don't have 3. You got 1 wild card. Is that what I'm understanding?
Yeah,
Yeah,
one wild
but I mean-
card. And
I
then,
mean,
but I think it's between the 2 seeds and then whoever has the highest point differential. If you have the
Right.
same record,
Right.
if you somehow have the same point differential, then I guess it would be points scored. I don't know.
Oh, it's going to be the Kings.
Man, this stuff is still confusing. I still don't know what's going on. Give me the Kings. I don't even know what we're doing no more.
All right, we got 1 for the Kings, 1 for the Rockets. Chill. Who do you
We
think?
got 2 for the Kings.
There's 2.
I didn't think. I thought you was being biased.
I think with
you were being serious.
De'Aaron Fox getting back on that crew, I think they start rolling again. I do. I'm taking the Kings.
3 for the Kings.
Yeah, I'll take the
Ticket. Who you got?
Kings.
All right. Well, sorry, Mars. The Sacramento Kings.
So Damo, the way this works, you got the groups. Like I said, like West Group A. All they did was, like I said, they took the Mountain West division. They took the Mountain division, and they turned it into Group A. That's all they did. And they got the Lakers in it. They got the Trailblazers and the Suns in it, which is the Pacific Division. They just took the Warriors out and they put Utah in it. And they took Sacramento out and they put the Grizzlies in it. So that's that division. So in all 3 of these divisions, you get a winner, right? You get a winner with the Lakers, you get a winner with Denver, you get a winner with the Wolves, and you get 1 wild card, which is, let's say, the Kings. And then the highest, the one with the best record plays the wild card, and the second plays the third. And that's how you get the champion in the West.
Mini playoffs.
That's all it is.
Whole waste of time.
I was just making sure. It was confused. Damo, you're not the only one, because the way it was explained to me, it looked like trigonometry and algebra 2. I was like, wait a minute, hold on. But then I started seeing how the divisions were set up, and I'm like, wait a minute, this is basically just divisions. They just changed the name and took teams that are currently in the same division and put them in different divisions. It's the same thing. And now they got a playoff system with it, and it's a smaller version of the playoffs. Okay, I get it.
I feel you. I don't know where Ron went, but
Right.
quick sidebar chat, because I know a lot of y'all aren't in the group chat, so y'all probably didn't see it. I feel like Tay Luke can vouch for the music taste. It's there. I am a music savant as well. Don't judge my music taste.
Through the chat, seeing a bunch of songs getting sent here and there. So, but I can't vouch. No Taylor Swift music taste.
This guy.
Anyone wondering? I'm listening.
I will say though, I will say I did not realize how big Taylor Swift was. I didn't, just because
she is not a small chick. No, she is not. She is not a small chick.
I knew she had motion. Man, them first week numbers came out for her last album. I was like, oh, it's different over there. Oh no, she's on a different stratosphere. Oh my god, that is insane.
Yeah, I'm still the number 1 Swiftie. Just this one.
Yeah, Swift is she different.
I gotta show me how to turn off the notifications for my texts on this.
She built different, man. And if you don't like Taylor Swift, you're just a hater at this point.
Right.
Yeah. I don't appreciate Ron leaving while we're meant to be doing.
She's not wrong. I mean, Mars, she's not thick enough though. That's the problem.
mean, I just listen to the music. That's all I care. I just listen to the music. I don't really watch the music videos. So
You're in the minority with that one, Ron. I mean, Mars. Because you got to be.
She can't make bad music and be the most popular artist in the world, man. Shush.
Oh, I ain't fighting that part. No, that part
Exactly.
I'm not fighting that.
Everyone just hating. She's the best songwriter of all time.
Yeah. Songwriter of all time. I'd like to. I got R. Kelly on line one. He got something to say about that, sir.
What, from the penitentiary?
Yes, sir. Got him on line one right now. He got something to say about that.
Gonna have to pay to pick up that call. One left again. Okay.
Mhm.
Let me read some super chats.
What we got?
Chill. You're being too nice. He's had maybe 2 good second rounds and beyond playoff series. 2 good series in a decade is trash. He falls off a cliff. He's talking about Dame beyond the first round. So
I mean,
he said you're being too nice.
He did have to go against the Warriors, and I mean that Denver series is as bad as everybody says he played. Like I said, there's no Game 7 without Dame in Game 6. There is no Game 7. So,
All right, fellas, getting back to it. Let's go ahead and jump onto the East side. We got East Group A. As you can see, Philadelphia is number 1. Indiana Pacers are number 2. Cleveland Cavaliers at 0-1 are number 3. The Detroit Pistons are right behind them at 0-1 as well, just with a worse point differential. And the Atlanta Hawks are 5th, and they haven't played a game yet. How are we feeling about this group, and who do we have winning?
I got Philly at the top.
Philly at the top. I think Cleveland gets it together, and I think they jump Indiana.
Your faith in Cleveland is.
I know it's nuts, but the reason why I'm thinking about Cleveland because I'm thinking about how good they could be defensively because I've seen it already, and I think they get it. I think they get it together. That damn Tyrese Halliburton. We had that conversation earlier about De'Aaron Fox. If the season ended today, Tyrese Halliburton finishes higher than De'Aaron Fox in league MVP votes. He's
Yeah,
right
if
there.
today, yeah, he does for sure.
100%. He's right there.
Well, I mean, anyways. So, Mars, you have Philly at the top. Ox, who do you have winning this division?
Philly.
Philly, okay.
Yeah,
Ticket,
for
chill.
sure. It's easy.
Yeah, Philly at the top of that division right now.
Yo, see, look at the league trying to put on for Joel
Yeah, I got
Embiid again.
Philly.
What the hell bracket is this? Pacers,
trying to
Cavs,
say?
Pistons. What?
It's
What?
it's the Central Division. They just took Milwaukee out of it, and they took Chicago out of it, and they put Philly and Atlanta in it. That's what they did. It's the Central Division, and they changed the name from Central Division to Group A.
Regardless of what they did, Chitchat, you can see what they're doing. I mean, look at.
I don't get what you're implying with that statement. Wow, I don't get it.
What are you trying to say, Ox?
I mean,
Yeah, what are you
Cleveland's according to you, they're a contender. According to Damo, the Detroit Pistons aren't that bad of a franchise or a team. According to me, the Atlanta Hawks are the truth. And according to everybody else up here, the Indiana Pacers are actually.
Yeah, Ron, but we don't know ball. Like, come on, bro. Look at this bracket.
What's wrong with it?
Yeah, you sound like you hating on the bracket. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what your problem is with it, Big Ox. I mean, Indiana's a good team.
I'm just saying that this is
Atlanta.
another. This is a just like how they tried to or not tried to how they just gave Joel that Embiid that MVP last year. It's like they're trying to let him,
They're giving
trying
them
to make sure
easy access into the
give
knockout
them
round.
an easy road to Las Vegas.
Okay. Well, either way it goes, fellas. Who we got second? We got Philly first. Who y'all got second?
Indy.
I'm taking Cleveland.
One for Indiana, one for Cleveland. Bob?
I'm going with Indiana.
2 for Indiana, 1 for Cleveland.
I'll probably have to go with Cleveland.
All right, 2 for Indiana, 2 for Cleveland. Damo left, so he will be the tiebreaker. But since he's not here, I'm going to have to be the tiebreaker. And I'm going to have to go with the MVP candidate at this moment in time. I would hate to be biased, but I just have to look at the facts that are presented right in front of me.
Ooh, Donovan Mitchell?
Didn't look like it last night.
All
right,
right,
so-
celebrating. Gotcha.
Number 3, we got Cleveland, Detroit, and the Atlanta Hawks. How are we feeling?
I got Atlanta.
I'll take Indy.
No, Indy's off the table.
number 2.
Then I'll take Cleveland.
All right, we got one for Atlanta, one for Cleveland. Ox.
Cleveland.
2 for Cleveland, 1 for Atlanta. Ticket.
Atlanta.
Hey, Ron,
Ron, don't do it. Bro.
Ron, let's be honest.
I mean, we got another fellow MVP candidate, and he doesn't have a loss yet. So once again,
Atlanta got a better record than the Cavs right now as well.
Exactly. I'm gonna have to go with the Hawks.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Why not?
They're playing better than Cleveland right now.
The Cavs ain't showing you anything. That's just pure hope.
You're right.
All right, y'all. Last but not least, we got the Detroit Pistons and we got the Cleveland Cavaliers. Who's 4th and 5th? How are we feeling?
Cleveland and
Cleveland.
Mars?
I guess. Cool.
Cleveland, man.
Whew, I was gonna rock with you, Mars.
Yeah, I know I wasn't had enough votes. So yeah, if Domo was here, could have been different. But
All right, Cavs, Pistons. That's how we rock in East Group B. Let's go ahead and knock this out right quick. Who do we have? We got the Hornets at 1-0, and they're at the top of the division. But they're tied with Miami. They both have +7 differentials, and they're both 1-0. Then we got the Milwaukee Bucks at 1-0. They have a +5 point differential. At 4, we got the New York Knicks, and at 5, we have the Washington Wizards. How do we see
agree
this
the
division?
Wizards are staying there?
Yeah, I think we can.
That's mutually agreed.
Yes.
Does everybody have the Wizards last?
Number one.
I'm on board
I
with
have the
that.
Bucks number 1.
All right,
For
Mars
number
has-
1, I got Miami.
All right, we got 1 for the Bucks, 1 for Miami. Chill.
I want to take the Knicks so bad.
But now look at the difference in this bracket. Now, okay, obviously they got the 2 worst teams in the East, but other than that, I guess that makes it even out. I guess it evens out. Let me just stop.
I'll take the Knicks at the top.
All right, we got 1 for Miami, 1 for Milwaukee, 1 for the Knicks. Ticket. How you rocking?
Next.
Knicks are winning this bracket. How's that for a turn of events?
I'm not mad at it.
Shout out to
All
those
right.
guys.
And y'all feel this way after the Knicks are 0-1 right now? Either way it goes, we don't got time for all of that. Number 2, who
They
you
lost to
guys got?
Milwaukee.
Ox?
I got Miami.
Miami? All right. Mars?
I'll go with Miami. Why not?
2 for Miami. Chill. Ticket.
Bucks. I'll take the Bucks.
Ticket.
I'm going with the Bucks.
All right. Well, the Bucks packed up Miami.
We got
3.
Miami 3rd and Charlotte 4th. We can agree.
Okay. Any objections? Speak now or forever hold your peace. All right. Last but certainly not least, East Group C. We got the Celtics up top the division with a +14 differential. Yo, can we just all make this agreement too?
Yeah, let's mutually agree. We go Boston number 1.
Does anybody object Boston number 1?
Boston at the
Yo,
top.
this is crazy.
All right.
We got Boston number 1. I got Chicago number 5.
Bob, what is crazy about this? Why do you think it's a conspiracy against your boys? Like y'all getting jerked. Y'all not getting jerked. Y'all playing a tough division. What's the problem?
On top of that, aren't you a Celtics fan?
Man.
Wait a second. Who is your boys? This has nothing to do. What are y'all talking about? I'm talking
This
about
ain't
what
about
I'm
your
looking
Kings?
at.
What are you looking at?
Who's
Wait,
This ain't about
Yo,
the group your Kings got. This ain't about the group your Kings
That's
got.
what it sound like.
Who said anything about the Kings?
What's the
I'm
problem
asking,
with
is
this?
it not about the group your Kings
So
got
right,
versus
what's the
everyone
problem
else?
with this group? Like you said, this is crazy. What's crazy about Group C right now? in the
Did
East?
y'all not see this? Do y'all not see it's the Celtics and then bums?
See, here we go. Right. So, what is this in
That has
conjunction
nothing to
with?
do. I forgot. I'm not even thinking about what's going on in the other group. I'm talking about this group right here. This is crazy. They could have evened the East out a little more than that. That's
Yo,
all.
Ox, we got to keep it pushing. But what I would like for you to do is Friday, it's going to be another slate of in-season tournament games. So we'll obviously be talking about them then. I would like for you to bring out a better slate of what the East should look like in each group.
Okay.
All right, for sure. But as of right now, we have the Celtics atop this division. How we feeling? We got Brooklyn at 1-1 right now, number 2. We got the Bulls at 0-1, number 3. The Raptors and the Magic each haven't played a game yet. Who do we have coming in second?
Orlando.
We got 1 for Orlando. Chill.
I'll take the Magic. Yep.
2 for the Magic. Ox.
I'll take Brooklyn.
1 for
Ho,
Brooklyn.
ho, 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 ho. I did not see that. I apologize. I'm sorry. I'm taking Brooklyn at number 2. I'm
2
sorry.
for Brooklyn
I'm
and 1
sorry.
for the Magic.
My fault.
Ticket. How you rocking?
I'm going with the Orlando Magic.
2 for the Magic, 1 for the Nets. Let's rock with
Cam Thomas
Brooklyn.
injured, man. Cam Thomas injured. Just remember that. Cam Thomas injured.
Just a little ankle roll, ain't no big deal.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Brooklyn. I'm assuming the Magic are next. We got 2 for the Magic.
Yeah.
I'm going with
Chicago's last. Back him up.
Chicago's dead last.
Anybody? Chill, you got Chicago last?
Yes.
All right, we'll put the Bulls last.
Toronto right next to him.
Toronto 4th?
Yes.
Yep.
All right, that's it. We have to pick a team that will advance to the knockout round, though.
Milwaukee.
Yes.
Is it that cut and dry? Milwaukee?
It is.
Yep.
Yes.
Wait, what's the question? Milwaukee what?
The wild card.
The wild card in the East.
Oh,
we had the
because
Knicks
Milwaukee
finishing
wasn't.
top. Yep.
Oh, that's right. Oh yeah, Milwaukee, 100%.
Yep, see, you're welcome, man. Do it very fast.
Appreciate you, Mars.
But Ron,
Hey,
just
that's why
because
y'all not
like-
gonna beat Mars on Black Friday.
More luckily, I got ticket. But Ron, just like you said, like you said, like, why am I tripping about Boston? Don't I like Boston? Like that doesn't mean I want to see a weak ass tournament. Like I'm not.
What's weak about Boston going against the Bulls?
Mars, what's
Or
up,
Orlando,
Ron?
who beat them 3 times last year. I'm sorry, twice last year.
That was last year.
And they're better this year. Orlando is.
So is Boston.
Right.
Exactly.
That's the
So
point.
it's just better high level basketball. What was that?
Right. That's the point.
See, you just hating. You just hating on real hoops.
I'm not hating. I want to see better. I want to see better basketball.
Leave it up to Dub to point out a real hater when he sees one.
Real, yo.
I just want to see good basketball, yo. Like I don't care. At the end of the day, I really don't really care much about
Orlando
who
and
wins
Boston
loses.
is a damn good matchup. That's a damn good matchup.
Look, I don't really too much care about who wins and loses these games. I just be wanting to see good basketball.
Hey, so I'm gonna put this on the screen one more time before we get up out of here. And because I personally don't think it's gonna be just this smooth where the best team just comes out, other than the Knicks. But do you guys see it being any upsets going on? Is there
Orlando
any
finishing top of that group?
You got Orlando Mars? If it is an upset.
Orlando finishing top of that group.
All right.
That would be impressive if Orlando ends up winning that division.
I don't think that's crazy, actually. I really don't.
That would be really impressive if them dudes won that division. So
I can see the Raptors winning that group.
oh my god.
Well, is there any other upsets though on here that you guys could see?
Hey man, Chill sounded like he eat beans and Franks all day.
All right. Chill
What do I eat?
Chill has an upset stomach. All right.
Beans and Franks? That was when I was a kid on white bread and beans out the can.
Sounds fantastic.
Mm-hmm. I don't do that no more.
Hey, Chill, them farts be nastier than the mother.
Yo,
All right,
clear the whole
y'all.
room out.
We're gonna be here tomorrow because this room's getting cleared out right now. So
Yes,
we'll be here
sir.
tomorrow, same place, same time. We're gonna talk all about the in-season tournament games. Y'all be sure to tap into that Wemby versus Chet game tonight. I'm pretty sure we're gonna talk all about that tomorrow.
Yes, we will. Be easy.
All right, y'all. We out.
Yes, sir.
Open gym next. Be sure to tap in.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
All right, fellas.